moderator.
Hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, sizlardan iltimos qilamiz, hamma o'z joyini egallasa, 3 daqiqadan so'ngra biz boshlaymiz.
Dear participants and guests, please find your place. We will start to begin in 3 minutes.
Hammaga assalomu alaykum. Forumimiz hali rasmiy ochilgani yo'q, chunki mehmonlarimiz tashrifi keti hali uzilgani yo'q. Shuning uchun keling, kayfiyatimizni ko'tarib olamiz, chunki savol har kuni 7:00 da uyg'onish osonmi? Ha yoki yo'q o'yini. Aytib o'taman, faol ishtirokchilarga bizda albatta sovg'alar bor. Xo'p, savol yana bir bor qaytaraman. Har kuni soat 7:00 da uyg'onish osonmi? Hala qo'lni ko'tarsin. Yo'qlar qo'lni ko'tarsin. Zo'r. Xo'p, mana shu savolimiz davom etadi. Budilnikni 7:00 ga qo'yib turib, 7:05 da, 7:10 da va oxiri 7:15 da uyg'onadiganlar bormi? Qo'lni ko'tarsin. Degan orzu maqsadlaringiz bugun bo'lmasa ertaga bo'lmasa indinga, xullas tez kunlarda ijobat bo'lsin. O'zimizni sevganlar qarsiylarda ayamaymiz. Sevadiganlar juda kam ekan. Ko'ryapsizlarmi, har inson o'zini sevishni o'rgatish kerak edi, baribir ham. Xo'p, erta bilan nonushta qildikmi? Nonushta qilmadinglarmi? Men ham bitta qahva ichib kelganman xolos. Xo'p, xullas, demak, bugun siz mana shu ajoyib qora pardalar bilan o'ralgan zalga tashrif buyurdingiz. O'ylaymanki, oliy maqsad bilan kelgansiz. Har biringiz mana shu qo'yilgan maqsadingizga yeting. Endi esa hammamiz ekranga e'tiborimizni qaratamiz. Marhamat.
Dunyo o'zgarmoqda. Texnologiyalar shiddat bilan rivojlanmoqda. Raqamli ta'limda sun'iy intellekt forumiga xush kelibsiz.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli mehmonlar, aziz ishtirokchilar.
Assalamu alaikum, esteemed guests, honorable representatives of international organizations, dear colleagues and participants.
Bugun biz hammamizni qiziqtirayotgan muhim mavzular atrofida yig'ildik. Raqamli ta'lim, sun'iy intellekt va kelajak uchun yaratilayotgan imkoniyatlar haqida.
It is great to honor to welcome you all to ICT Week 2025, one of the most important platforms in our region for dialogue on digital education, artificial intelligence, and the future opportunities we are creating for the next generation.
Albatta, siz bilan birga bugun ilhomlanish, bilim olish va tajriba almashish kuni.
Today is not only day of formal discussions, but also day for inspirations, exchange of experiences, and collaborations.
Har biringiz bilganingizdek, demak forumni rasmiy ochilish marosimiga ham yetib keldik. So'zni Raqamli texnologiyalar vaziri o'rinbosari Rustam Olimjonovich Karimjonovga beramiz. Forumimizga iliq start beradilar. Marhamat.
Now, to officially open our forum, I'm honored to invite to the stage Mr. Rustam Karimjonov, Deputy Minister of Digital Technologies of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Assalomu alaikum. Good morning. Good morning. Hammaga assalomu alaykum yana bir bor. Tadbirimizga xush kelibsizlar. AKT haftaligiga hammani ko'rib turganimizdan juda ham xursandman. Bu yilgi AKT haftaligi umuman yangi darajaga chiqdi deb aytsak bo'ladi. Yildan yilga sifati ham umuman ishtirokchilarning soni nuqtai nazaridan ham umuman mana shu eksponi o'zi ham, seminarlar, forumlarni ham qaraydigan bo'lsanglar, men o'zim 2017-yilda birinchi vazirlikka kelganimda AKT haftaligini birinchi marta tashkil qilishga vazifa bo'lgandi. Raqamlashtirish vazirligi umuman boshqa dunyo bo'lgan. Hozir mana asosan mahalliy tadbir bo'lgan. Hozir ko'rsanglar, tadbirlarni, kelayotgan spikerlarni ko'radigan bo'lsanglar, asosiy qismi xalqaro darajadagi spikerlar, xalqaro darajadagi ekspolar, xalqaro darajadagi kompaniyalar. Bu nimadan dalolat beradi? Albatta, O'zbekistonda raqamlashtirish sohasidagi hozirgi o'zgarishlar, O'zbekiston hozir IT kompaniyalar, xorijiy kompaniyalarga magnit sifatida bo'layotgani. Endi uni asosi nima deb aytadigan bo'lsak, albatta bu yoshlarimiz, ta'lim olayotgan yoshlarimiz, IT sohasiga qiziqib o'qiyotgan yoshlarimiz, chet tillarni o'rganayotgan yoshlarimiz va kelajakda IT-shnik yoki sun'iy intellekt mutaxassisi bo'laman degan yoshlarimiz. Shuning uchun bu forum mana ta'lim, sun'iy intellektda ta'lim forumi ham juda ham muhim forum hisoblanadi. Nimaga? Kecha hurmatli vazirimiz chiqish qildilar. Juda ham ko'p yo'nalishlarda katta o'zgarishlar qilinayotganligi haqida gapirib o'tdilar. Eksport yo'nalishi bo'yicha, elektron hukumat yo'nalishi bo'yicha, sun'iy intellekt yo'nalishi bo'yicha, fintech yo'nalishi bo'yicha, hamma yo'nalishlar bo'yicha O'zbekistonda oxirgi 7, 8, 10 yilda juda ham katta progress bo'lgan. Endi bularni kim qilyapti degan savol bor. Albatta uni o'zimizning o'zbek qora ko'zlar qilyapti. Oddiy misol qilib aytaman, 5-6 yil oldin IT sohasida ishlayotgan mutaxassislarning sonini deyarli ko'pchilik tanimasdi. Ko'pchilik IT-shnik desa, shu radio tuzatadigan yoki Windows perustanovka qilib beradigan odam sifatida ko'rilardi. Hozirgi kunda o'zbekistonlik yoshlarimiz dunyoni 100 ga yaqin davlatiga o'zini xizmatlarini ko'rsatyapti. 100 dan ortiq davlatga O'zbekistondan turib, uydan turib, ishxonasidan turib xizmat ko'rsatyapti. Va ularning sonini aytadigan bo'lsak, mana kecha taqdimotda ham aytdi, rasman 120 mingga yaqin IT mutaxassislar O'zbekistonda hozir kimdir eksport qilyapti, kimdir mahalliy dasturlarning ustida ishlayapti, kimdir IT sohasida ishlayapti. Bu juda ham katta sonlar. Albatta bu sonlarga erishish oson emas, lekin oldimizda juda ham katta marralar turibdi. Men hammani mana shu o'tirgan forum ishtirokchilari, mana universitetlardan vakillarimiz bor, IT kompaniyalardan vakillarimiz bor, akademiyalardan vakillarimiz bor, maktablardan vakillarimiz bor, studentlarimiz bor, maktab o'quvchilarimiz bor, chet ellik hamkorlarimiz o'tirishibdi, mana bu yerda kelishgan. Hammamiz bu yerga yig'ilganimizning asosiy maqsadi oldimizga qo'ygan katta marralarni birgalikda amalga oshirish. Bizning vazifamiz shu marralarni yo'lini ko'rsatish, ya'ni davlat sifatida qo'llab-quvvatlash uchun sharoit yaratish. Men kechagi vazirimizning so'zlarida aytdilarki, yana nima qilsak, sohamiz undan ham ko'p rivojlanadi. Yana nima qilsak, eksportimiz oshadi. Yana nima qilsak, ta'lim olayotgan o'zbek yoshlarimizning qora ko'zlari imkoniyatlari ko'payadi. Nima qilsak, hozirgi $500 daromad topayotgan yoshlarimiz $1000, $1000 topayotgan yoshlarimiz $2000, $2000 topayotgan yoshlarimiz $10000 topish uchun nima qilishimiz kerak? Kerak bo'lsa, startap qiladigan bo'lsa, $100,000 startap bo'lsa, $1 million ga chiqarish, $1 millionlik startapni $100 million ga chiqarish uchun nima qilishimiz kerak? Nima davlat qilsaki, shu oldimizga qo'ygan maqsadlarni amalga oshirsak bo'ladi. Mana shu savollarga javob topish uchun mana ta'lim forumida, sun'iy intellektda ta'lim forumida ishtirok etyapmiz. Men hamma yoshlarga, shu yerda o'tirgan yoshlarni kelgandan foydalanib, shu yuqori maqsad qo'yishni sizlarga tavsiya qilmoqchiman. Chunki raqamlashtirish sohasida mana bitta katta chet ellik hamkorlarimiz bilan mana 2-3 kundan beri gaplashib muhokama qilyapmiz. Eng katta yoshlarimizning eng katta nima deydi, miyasidagi muammolaridan bittasi bu 6 oy IT sohasini o'rganib, men bo'ldi, zo'r dasturchiman, men zo'r sun'iy intellekt mutaxassisiman degan fikrga paydo bo'lib, men darrov $2000, $3000 oylik olishim degan kerak degan dunyo qarash. Bu dunyo qarashdan qochish kerak. Chunki IT sohasini yetuk zo'r IT muhandisi, mutaxassisi bo'lish uchun faqatgina dasturlashni o'rganish kerak emas. Bu juda ham ko'p ko'nikmalarni, bilimlarni ega bo'lgan mutaxassisgina yaxshi daromad topishi mumkin. O'shandagina bozor talab, ya'ni bozor talabidan kelib chiqib, o'zimizning bilimlarimizni, ko'nikmalarimizni rivojlantirishimiz kerak deb o'ylayman. Chunki mana xalqaro kompaniyalarni talablarini o'rganadigan bo'lsak, dasturchi hozirgi kunda sun'iy intellekt rivojlanishi bilan uncha keragi yo'q. Kelajakda dasturchilar unaqa katta talab bo'lmaydi. Oddiy dasturchilar. Lekin sun'iy intellekt texnologiyalarini tatbiq qila oladigan dasturchilar albatta talabi yuqori bo'ladi, oyligi baland bo'ladi va boshqa bo'ladi. Endi u mutaxassislar qanaqa bo'lish kerak? U mutaxassislar albatta faqatgina dasturlash yoki sun'iy intellekt texnologiyalarini biladigan yoshlar emas, chet tillarini zo'r bilish kerak. Chet tilidagi yangi innovatsiyalarni o'rgana olish kerak. U o'rgangan bilimini hayotda tatbiq qila olish kerak. Bu ham juda ham muhim ko'nikmalar. Undan tashqari soft skills deymiz, yumshoq ko'nikmalar. Soft skills nimaligini kim biladi? Qo'linglarni ko'taringlar. Soft skills. Yumshoq ko'nikmalarni kim biladi? Men ko'pchilik uncha yaxshi bilmasgan. Soft skills bu endi bilaman ko'pchilik uyalayotgan bo'lishi mumkin, lekin soft skills hozirgi zamonda juda ham muhim ahamiyatga ega. Nimaga? Biz hammamiz hozirgi kunda chet el bilan ishlayapmiz. Chet el kompaniyalariga eksport qilyapmiz. Katta daromadli ishlar bilan shug'ullanyapmiz. Shunaqa mutaxassis bo'lish uchun albatta chet elliklar bilan gaplasha olish kerak. Chet elliklardan zakaz, ya'ni zakaz ola olish kerak. Ular bilan qilgan ishinglarni tushuntirib bera olishinglar kerak, prezentatsiya qila olishinglar kerak, startapinglarni kimdirga pitch qilib pulini jalb qila olishinglar kerak. Ularni hammasiga albatta zo'r dasturchi bo'lganinglar bilan, zo'r sun'iy intellekt mutaxassisi bo'lganinglar, lekin uni gapirib yetkazib bera olmasanglar, u foydasi yo'q. Shuning uchun hozirgi zamonda chet tillari, axborot texnologiyalari, sun'iy intellekt va mana shu startaplar yo'nalishida juda ham ko'p yumshoq ko'nikmalarning ustida hammamiz birga ishlashimiz kerak. Men o'ylaymanki, bugungi forum doirasida barcha chet ellik bizani O'zbekistonga kelgan ICT Week haftaligiga kelgan mehmonlarimiz bilan birgalikda, hamkorlarimiz bilan birgalikda mahalliy bizani IT sohasida, ta'lim sohasida ishlayotgan hamma bilan birgalikda shu savollarga javoblarni topamiz va shu muammolarni ro'yxatini qilib birgalikda ishlaymiz. Hammanglarga yana bir marta muvaffaqiyat tilayman. Forum muvaffaqiyatli o'tsin. Har biringlar kelganinglarga, har bir ketkizgan daqiqalarni unumli o'tkazasizlar degan umiddaman. Nimadir o'rganasizlar degan umiddaman. O'zingizlar bilan ICT Weekdan nimadir olib ketib, o'zingizlarning foydanglar uchun nimadir olib ketasizlar degan umiddaman. Hammanglarga katta rahmat.
Rustam Olimjonovich, sizga ham rahmat kattakon. Sog' bo'ling, salomat bo'ling. Keyingi so'z UNICEFning O'zbekistondagi vakili Miss Regina Maria Castilloga. Ushbu nufuzli tashkilotning qo'llab-quvvatlovi biz uchun juda ham muhim.
Next, it's my pleasure to welcome Ms. Regina Maria Castillo, UNICEF representative in Uzbekistan. Her organization partnership and support in field of digital education have been of immense importance. Please greet her warmly.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, distinguished participants, partners, colleagues. It's such a great pleasure to see so many young people in this auditorium. It's an honor to join at the opening of this important conference on AI in digital education, from vision to impact. As UNICEF, let me begin by sincerely thanking the Deputy Minister of Digital Technologies, Mr. Rustam Karimjanov, for his leadership and efforts in transforming education through technology in Uzbekistan. Your dedication has laid the foundation for many initiatives that we have today. The relevance of today's focus on AI is not only timely, but is very critical to achieve quality and inclusive education, not only in Uzbekistan, but around the world. AI is at the very heart of global conversations today. Few developments hold the same transformative and disruptive potential. In education, this disruption brings many risks, but many importantly, it creates opportunities to expand access, personalize learning, and empower teachers with new tools to improve quality. This makes this event very important, and I hope that it can generate meaningful dialogue towards a joint vision. Digital transformation, including leveraging advances in AI, is clearly outlined in Uzbekistan's strategic plans. National 2030 vision sets out an ambitious agenda to transform education and embrace digital innovation as a pathway to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. This also positions Uzbekistan as a regional leader in the responsible and forward-looking use of AI. UNICEF is really proud to support the government of Uzbekistan in this journey. Together with partners, we are committed to ensuring that transformation of education through digital innovation is inclusive, evidence-based, and focused on children and teachers. A key priority in developing a normative framework on AI in education is working with development partners, and UNICEF stands ready to facilitate this dialogue on how AI can improve efficiency and effectiveness while safeguarding equity, safety, and child rights. It's important to ensure that we have a sector-wide reform, from infrastructure to curriculum and assessment to the integration of AI in day-to-day pedagogy and classroom practices. Let me tell you a few examples in Uzbekistan. At the infrastructure level, Uzbekistan is making a remarkable progress. We all know that. Through the GIGA initiative, which you will hear more about later, the country is on track to achieve universal school connectivity. It's an immense achievement. Reliable internet is the enabling foundation for all digital learning transformations. UNICEF is also modeling school-based digital readiness, equipping classrooms with portable devices and AI-powered management software. Large-scale procurement, when based on partnerships, can also generate efficiency and savings. Through the Shape the Future Microsoft agreement, procurement costs were reduced up to 19%, creating real value for the education system. But infrastructure and devices are not enough. What matters is the impact on learning. Are we learning? Together with the Ministry of Preschool and School Education and the Ministry of Digital Technologies, UNICEF has been piloting AI-powered tools to transform mathematics learning. The EduTeen and Teacher Pro pilots supporting math education and teacher professional development have shown measurable results. Teachers report greater motivation to integrate technology, and students achieve significant learning gains. Through EduTeen, young people are learning math through gaming, which is very important. And the treatment group improved by 18% from baseline compared to only 1% in the comparison group. As we advance this agenda, our focus must remain on proven impact, better learning outcomes, improved motivation, and stronger teacher support. But equally important is ensuring safety and privacy. Today, safety and privacy are really paramount, and we must ensure that we have the legal framework so that we don't collect personally identifiable information, we don't use children's data for commercial purposes, and we need to make sure the safeguards are designed to protect children's rights. Today's conference is a real opportunity to launch a national dialogue towards a shared vision. And let's co-create. This week, we have shown how it is possible for all of us to move from vision to implementation. Many thanks to the Ministry of Digital Technologies for convening us. Many thanks to all our partners. Let's have a wonderful session on AI, and also not only thinking about opportunities, but also how to mitigate the risks posed by AI. Many thanks.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Xo'p, hurmatli aziz forum ishtirokchilari, rasmiy bayonot ham bo'lib o'tdi. Endi esa aytib o'tishim joizki, hozir forumni eng qiziqarli davri, vaqti ham keldi. Spikerlar o'z taqdimotlari bilan chiqadi. Lekin sizga aytib o'tishim kerakki, har bir spikerni orasida siz aziz ishtirokchilarga qiziqarli savollar berib o'tiladi. Maqsadimiz bizda sovg'alar ko'p, sovg'ani esa egasini topishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Bunda esa albatta sizni faolligingiz albatta egasini topib berishga yordam beradi.
Distinguished guests, the next part of our program is dedicated to keynote speeches. Here, global experts, leading organizations, and innovative companies will share their knowledge and vision of the future.
Demak, bu yerda dunyo miqyosida tan olingan kompaniyalar va tashkilotlar vakillari o'z tajribalari bilan bo'lishadilar. Mamnuniyat bilan sun'iy intellekt davrida ta'lim va ko'nikmalar kelajagi mavzusida kurseradan Nicholas Foucault taklif etamiz. Marhamat.
Please welcome Mr. Nicholas Foucault from Coursera with his keynote, The Future of Education and Skills in the Age of Artificial Intelligence.
Good morning. Oh, here we go. All right, first of all, I'd like to extend my thank you to the Minister, the Deputy Minister. Thanks a lot for organizing the event, inspiring keynote. Thank you for talking about skills as we started the day today. It was great to hear from UNICEF as well and the focus on skills and children and teachers in the country. I will say just a few things in introduction, and then I'll talk about Coursera and the nature of the partnership in Uzbekistan. My aim today is to talk about three things primarily. One is the landscape of jobs and skills. We take a global view on the landscape of jobs and skills, and we learn a lot from traveling. I was sharing with the Deputy Minister today, just in my second visit to Uzbekistan, I already noticed between last night and today the evolution in the country. The things that haven't changed are the hospitality and obviously the determination, the ambition, etc. But the things that I do see changing already in just my second visit in the country are the engagement, the energy, the enthusiasm, and the sense of optimism in the country. So I know the government is doing something right. I know the vision is more than a vision, and there's a lot of investments, as we can tell from events such as the one today. So congratulations and thank you. So for those of you who may not be familiar with Coursera, Coursera was founded in 2013 by two Stanford professors, Daphne Culler and Andrew Ng. Both of them were professors in the field of machine learning, which 12 years ago was still a nascent field. And the vision at the time, which I think is very relevant and pertinent for our conversation today, the vision at the time was these two professors felt like they were doing a great job teaching students that frankly already had a lot of privileges and a lot of access to education, but they wanted to do more, they wanted to achieve more, reach more, and they wanted to reach not just 400 students in a year, but perhaps 400,000, 400 million. And little did we know how much AI would change the landscape and make this mission even more relevant today. So I said I wanted to talk a little bit about the landscape, what we observe. We have 180 million learners on the Coursera platform, so it gives us a privileged access to two things really. One is what are learners looking for? What are the skills that they want to acquire? And then the other side of the marketplace is obviously what are employers looking for in the skills of the talent that they hire and develop. If you look at the pace of technology adoption globally, many of you in the room will be familiar with this already, but the pace is accelerating at a dramatic pace. So we had technologies that in the past took 70 years to get to 100 million users, such as automotive. And then all of a sudden we moved to 7 years, 7 months, and then for ChatGPT it only took essentially 7 weeks to get to 100 million users. They're now at 800 million weekly active users, just 4 years after the introduction of ChatGPT, which is incredible pace. Now, if you look at the impact of AI on jobs, and the source for this data is actually the World Economic Forum. We work closely with the World Economic Forum on the Future of Jobs report. I encourage everybody to download the report. It's openly accessible. And then if you look at the global workforce from this report, if the global workforce were 100 people, 59 of those 100 people need retraining by 2030, which is just 5 years away. And then 11 of the 59 are unlikely to get retrained, mainly because they don't have access to education today. Now, if you take a global perspective, if you look at the world map, what you're seeing here on the graph is the percentage of countries that have GER. GER is the gross enrollment ratio, so the percentage of the population that gets into higher education. And you can see, and it's fascinating if you travel across the world and you compare differences across countries, as it happens, the countries with the younger population, so potentially the most impact on future of jobs and economies, those are also the countries with the smallest percentage of GER. And so if you look at the global south from a worldwide perspective, this is where companies like Coursera have the biggest opportunities for impact. We see motivated learners, we see the aspiration for ambition. I live in the UK, United Kingdom, and I tell you the demographics in the UK, in Germany, in France are very, very different. The cultural approach to education is incredibly different, and whenever I travel to Uzbekistan, like I said, I can feel the energy, and I can feel the potential for change and socio-economic improvement. So that's the global landscape. In that landscape, UNICEF talked about measuring outcomes, which I thought was very important. You talked about measuring education outcomes. We focus on online learning as a means of providing education accessible for the vast majority of people. You also mentioned infrastructure, both internet connectivity as well as devices, but rightfully called out that this wasn't enough. Once we have the infrastructure, we need obviously the people, we need training, we need skills, and we also need content. Online learning is typically one very highly accessible way of delivering content at scale. To give you a sense of the ecosystem of learning, there's this saying, I think the origins are somewhere in Africa, maybe someone in the audience will know better, but there is this saying that it takes a village to raise a child. And if you look at the world and the industry of online learning, it certainly takes a full ecosystem to bring learning and to bring education to the masses. So we have our content partners, so the likes of Duke, University of Michigan, and then also university partners that are providing content on the platform. So the traditional industry partners will be companies like Google, IBM, Meta, but then you also find, recently we announced a new content partnership with Anthropic as an example of an AI-first, AI-born company. And then on the university side, just in the last few weeks and months, we also introduced University of Cambridge. We introduced Oxford, Saïd Business School onto the platform. So the ecosystem for learning starts with content, the content creators, the academic professors, and then the industry partners as well. And then to make the wheel fly, so to speak, you also need obviously motivated learners. We actually think that motivated learners are the #1 recipe to global success and certainly to our success. So we currently have 183 million registered learners on the platform, and some of these learners get access to Coursera content through institutions, such as the government of Uzbekistan, partnering with Coursera to essentially provide access to world-class education across the entire country. I read this morning in preparing for the event, I read the statistics on moving up the ranks, Uzbekistan moving up the ranks on gender disparity. I believe 54 places up the ranks year on year. And education is obviously, if you think about the UN goals, education is one that supports all of the others. So we can see that gender equality is supported by access to education, economic growth is supported by access to education. So motivated learners, I hope we have lots of them in the room today, but I would say the whole ecosystem, if you want to boil it down to its most important component, it would be the motivation of a learner. And I have to say, I hope the Deputy Minister will allow me to share this conversation that we had earlier today and in the past conversations as well. The motivation of learners has to be intrinsic. Like there are all kinds of extrinsic motivation. I remember when I was in the country the first time last year, I was amazed by the programs and the investments and the rewards. But frankly, what the data shows and the science of learning shows is intrinsic motivation is the best motivation that there is. So if we have students with us in the room today, I would say be conscious of the world that you operate in. It's a very competitive world. You're lucky to live in a country where there's massive investments, such as this forum, and access to online classes, etc. But it's incredibly competitive. I travel to India, I travel to the Middle East. Lots of countries are essentially competing to be the talent hub for the world. And seizing the opportunity comes with embracing the pain and challenge and difficulty of learning. If learning feels hard, you're probably on the right path. By definition, it has to be hard. And I would say one of the risks, and I'm sure we'll talk about it today, one of the risks with generative AI is to essentially offload the cognitive load and just use AI as a crutch, to make learning easier. I would encourage everybody use AI to make learning more impactful, but not necessarily to make it easier. Use AI as a thought partner, but don't use AI as a memory buffer for you, if that makes sense. Now, I'm conscious of time. I'm here with my colleague, Vera, will be here, and we'll be happy to engage in conversations throughout the day, but I wanted to share a couple of statistics, a couple of data points. So we talked about AI and its impact on education. I gave you some numbers about our platform and the scale of the platform. From 2 years ago to today, just so you get a sense of the global talent demand for generative AI upskilling, we used to have 1 enrollment per minute on the Coursera platform globally. We now have 13. And if we look at the curve is nowhere near deceleration. We're not done yet. So it's accelerating at a very rapid pace. I mentioned the partners. What we're finding from local talent, and this is an encouragement for university rectors, what we're finding is that the best universities in terms of their talent being job ready, employability of their students, the best universities enter into close partnerships with industry. So with that, like I said, we have a lot of information available. We'll be happy to engage with everybody. I will just leave you with a closing thought. I'm just skipping through all of this information. And the closing thought, I think, is aligned with the UNICEF conversation this morning, which is this one. If you asked Coursera, like an expert in online learning and skills, what is the #1 skill to invest in? It's probably learning how to learn. The ability to learn is probably the best investment you can make in yourself, best investment you can make in your country, best investment you can make in any institution that you work for. Thank you very much for the hospitality. Thank you for the investments, and congratulations on the event. Thank you.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, diqqatingizni ekranga qaratishingizni so'rab qolar edik. Chunki Courseraning CEOsi Greg Hart bizga video murojaatini yuborgan. Marhamat, tomosha qilamiz.
Dear guests, now to attention to the screen. From the digital education platform, CEO Greg Hart, Coursera, we have a video presentation.
Hello, ICT Week Uzbekistan. I'm Greg Hart, CEO of Coursera. It was a genuine pleasure meeting Deputy Minister Rustam Karimjanov in person at Coursera Connect in Las Vegas a few weeks ago, where Coursera explored the future of both learning and work with our most important partners and customers. I'm particularly excited about our growing partnership with Uzbekistani institutions. Together, we are expanding access to world-class, career-aligned learning for students, educators, and professionals. Your energy, vision, and investment in nurturing Uzbeki talent are exceptional and will ensure that Uzbekistan's digital transformation continues to gain real momentum. We are proud to support your country's ambitious goals, building a diversified, innovation-driven economy and becoming an international IT hub. On behalf of Coursera, let me wish you a productive ICT week. Keep learning and shaping the future together. Thank you. Ramat.
Qarsaklarimizni nihoyatda ayaymiz, sabab qarsaklaringizni ayamasligingizni so'rar edim. Xo'p, hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, sizga kirishingizda kartalar bergan va kartalarni tagida raqamlar bor. Sizdan iltimos qilardik, ana shu raqamlarni saqlab qo'ying, chunki vaqt soat kelganda generator o'zi tanlab beradi bizga, aniqlab beradi. Ya'ni mana shu auditoriyani tashkil etayotgan yoshlarimiz, umuman forum ishtirokchilarining ichida 30 nafarni generator aniqlab beradi va ular bilan qiziqarli o'yin o'ynaymiz. Aytib o'tishim kerak, sovg'alar juda ham yaxshi va sizga hayotingizda kerak bo'ladigan sovg'alar. Va shu bilan birgalikda aytib o'taman, hurmatli spikerlarimiz, sizga ajratilgan 10 daqiqa vaqtdan oshib ketmasligini sizdan so'rab qolardik. Reglamentga e'tibor bersangiz, katta rahmat.
Dear speakers, please keep remind the timing because we have a long day program, amazing program.
Demak, ta'limda sun'iy intellekt uchun raqamli yo'llarni yaratish mavzusida UNICEFdan Naura Zurutuzani taklif etamiz.
Please welcome Naura Zurutuza from UNICEF, creating digital pathways for AI in education.
Qarsaklar. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Before I get started, I wanted to thank the Ministry of Digital Technologies for having me here, and not only for inviting me to speak at this session, but for having me throughout the week. We just heard from Coursera about online learning, about learning itself, and my talk will focus around how digital infrastructure, connectivity, and safe access form the foundation for AI in learning, and why this is important for children and their future. Digital technology markets are growing very quickly, and AI is playing a key role within that. If we look at this chart, we see that AI will grow and increase around 4 times over the next 10 years, growing from 7% market share to almost 30% of market share. When we talk about AI in general and about AI in learning, we usually talk about algorithms, applications. We already talked about some of these, but we usually talk about things like intelligent systems for learning, chatbots, assistants, ability to access content more efficiently, personalized learning, etc. However, we often forget about the digital foundations required to make this happen. Without these digital railways, AI simply won't reach the classrooms that need it most. And we face the risk of ending up with amazing applications that are simply not accessible, particularly by the most vulnerable children. We already talked about some of these trends in the previous slide, but if we zoom in into the initial chart, we'll also see that if we look into AI in learning, it also follows a similar trends and that it's growing exponentially and that will multiply over the next 10 years. Now, if we look into infrastructure, according to McKinsey, similarly, this AI growth, it's going to translate into new infrastructure needs. The AI infrastructure market, it's expected to grow or become an almost 100 billion market by 2030. It's also interesting to see that the demand will change and the behavior will change over time. At the moment, the infrastructure needs for AI training and AI inference meaning usage of AI and AI applications, it's split equally, more or less. However, after 2027, this will drastically change and demand for AI inference will grow, becoming around 70% of it by 2030. If we don't really predict this demand properly and plan for it, we have, as I said earlier, the risk of ending up not having enough infrastructure to serve schools, students, and learners, in particular in remote, vulnerable regions. In order to unlock AI in learning, there are a few foundations. The first one is, of course, internet, quality internet. We need high bandwidth, we need low latency, we need reliable networks to be able to interact seamlessly with all these applications and AI tools that we are developing. In addition to that, we also need compute or hardware. Yesterday, we heard from the Minister of Digital Technologies that in June, earlier this year, Uzbekistan launched their first GPU cluster. We need more of those. We also need efficient, powerful data storage systems, data centers that are able to serve the applications. And then finally, of course, we need strong data systems and platforms. If we don't have the right data systems in place, AI applications won't be able to properly work. And we need to invest in these three equally. And I haven't mentioned it here, but underlying all of this, it's also power. We also need reliable power systems to serve and power the different infrastructure and applications that we are building. As we heard from Regina earlier today, the first step towards this is connectivity. Connectivity, it's the first enabler for digital in general, and once a school gets connected, it's a gateway for digital content, AI tools, and new opportunities for children, students, and communities surrounding them. Uzbekistan has been leading on this in the region, where it has reached universal school connectivity in the country. Every dot that you see in this map is school, and they are colored based on their connectivity status. And we can see that all schools in Uzbekistan are green, meaning that they are all connected to the internet. You can see this map live. If you go to maps.giga.global, it's the largest open source map of school connectivity. However, work is not completed or done. If we zoom in into the map, this is a school in Bukhara. We see that the actual speed, it's around 16 Mbps. That's probably enough to do admin work by teachers, probably not enough to access AI tools and be able to leverage and benefit from AI solutions that we are building and the future of AI learning. That means that the next challenge that Uzbekistan and most of the countries face, it's making sure that this connectivity is reliable and it's AI ready. It's affordable, AI ready, and that we are able to really leverage it for its purpose. That's where Giga comes in. We've been working together with the Uzbekistan government over the last couple of years. Giga, it's a partnership between UNICEF and ITU, the International Telecommunications Union, to connect every school to the internet, and through that connect every young person to information, opportunity, and choice. It's built upon 4 pillars. The first one is the mapping work that I showed. We first map schools and their connectivity status to identify the problem. Once we know where the schools that need to be connected are, we model different technology solutions and different financing models to connect the schools that are not connected. And then we work to unlock financing across both public as well as private sector investors, donors, and funders. And we finally support governments in the contracting and procurement process to ensure that schools get connected and then they remain connected over time sustainably. Over the last 5 years, we've mapped more than 2.2 million schools globally, and we've connected more than 11 million students to the internet. We are present in over 40 countries globally, all the way from Latin America, West East Africa, Central Asia, and beyond, and we are now growing our footprint. An example of the work, it's the case of Fiji. Fiji faces a shortage of qualified teachers, in particular around subjects such as STEM, and in particular in regions, remote islands, remote communities that are difficult to access. Over there, we worked with the government to assess readiness of different schools to access remote STEM courses. Thanks to that, they've been able to plan their program and target schools, making sure that schools are able to receive these remote online STEM lessons from the capital city. We are expanding this work here in Uzbekistan and looking into how we can expand this to assess AI readiness for schools, to identify which schools are already ready to start benefiting from all these AI solutions and technologies, and which ones require further investment. Also to use this information to properly plan and deploy the required infrastructure and network expansion for it. Just to finish, to say that our vision is clear, that AI in learning requires from connectivity, compute, and partnerships. Without one of them, the system fails. If we make sure that they are all in place, then we can unlock AI for learning. Thanks so much.
Rahmat katakon.
Thank you, Mrs. Raura.
Hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, nima uchun men sahnada emas, pastga tushdim? Ya'ni aytmoqchimanki, sizlarga savol bermoqchiman. Va eng kreativ javob bergan ishtirokchi albatta o'z sovg'asini mana shu joydan olib ketadi. Xo'p, savolni tinglaymiz. Agar siz robot yordamchiga ega bo'lsangiz, birinchi topshiriq nima bo'lardi? Savol tushunarlimi? Kimda javoblar bo'lsa, qo'lini ko'tarsin. Xo'p.
Uyimni yig'ishtirib berish.
Uyimni yig'ishtirib berish. Xo'p, yana kimda? Yigitlar faqat mikrofonni yugurib beringlar. Marhamat. Mikrofon.
Я бы хотел, чтобы робот сделал мне самаркандский плов.
Почему именно самаркандский плов?
Он самый вкусный.
Unaqada Samarqandlar bo'lsa, qo'llab-quvvatlab yuboringlar. Yana javoblar. Ma'ruf bering.
Robotga nimaga qodirsan deb savol beradi.
Xo'p, bu nima deb javob berardi shunda?
Qodirligini ko'rsatib berishini so'rardik.
Siz topshiriq berdingiz. Xo'p, nima bilan sizni rom qilgan bo'lardi shunda robot?
O'zidan imkoniyatidan kelib chiqib nimadan rom qildirishini misol uchun so'radik.
Xo'p, keyingi javoblarni eshitamiz. Faqat Ma'ruf tezroq.
Yana bitta robot yasadi u.
Qoyil, yaxshi. Xo'p, bu tomonga Ma'ruf, bu tomonga olib kelinglar mikrofonni. Sizga har qalay bitta fitness mashg'ulot bo'ladi.
Assalomu alaykum.
Va alaykum assalom.
Agar menda AI robot bo'lganda, uydagi, maktabdagi darslarimni qildirishni so'ragan bo'lardim.
Siz nima qilasiz unaqada?
Nima deysiz?
Siz nima qilasiz? Hamma yo'lda AI robot bajaraversa.
U menga ko'proq yordam bergan bo'lardim deb o'ylayapman. Yoki tillarni o'rgatishni so'rardim.
Xo'p. Va oxirgi javobni eshitamiz.
Menimcha robot hamma ishni qila olsa kerak deb o'ylayman-da. Robotga aytgan bo'lam, men o'rnimga ishla, men dam olaman dedi.
Rahbaringizga nima dedingiz?
Pul top berdim o'shanga. Pul top, men dam olaman, bo'l.
Yaxshi. Xo'p, mayli, mana shu yigitni ham javobini eshitaylik.
O'sha darsimni o'zim qilishim uchun ukamga qarab tur degan bo'lardim.
Zo'r. Xo'p, unda ikkita kreativ javob deb qabul qilsak bo'ladi. Yana bitta robot yasab ber degan yigitimiz o'rningizda tursangiz bo'ladimi? Qarsanglar va sizni fikringiz o'rningizda turib olsangiz, sizga har qalay bitta qon yurish mashg'uloti bo'ladi shunda. Hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, siz hakamlar hayotisiz. Qaysi bir yigit qarsakni ko'proq olsa, ana shu sovg'ani o'zi bilan olib ketadi. Birinchi yigitimizga qarsaklaringiz. Ikkinchi yigitimizga qarsaklaringiz. Deyarli bir xil. Unda ikkita merchni olib kelinglar yigitlar. Bu yigitimizga va yana bitta robot yasab beradigan yigitimizga. Rahmat. Xo'p. Bunyodjon, sizni ham taklif etsam. Demak, ma'ruzalarimizni davom etamiz. Mana shunaqa qiziqarli o'yinlar albatta ma'ruzalar davomida bo'ladi. Xo'p. Sun'iy intellekt davrida raqamli iste'dodlar mavzusida Huawei'dan Aleksandra Nabiyevani taklif etamiz.
We now officially invite to the stage Ms. Alexandra Nabiyeva from Huawei, Digital Talents in the Age of Artificial Intelligence.
Good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be here today and grateful for this invitation to the forum. Thank you very much, and distinguished guests. I hope that you will also enjoy the ICT week. And dear students, I hope that today you will get a lot of valuable information in order to build your future career. So currently, the exponential growth of technologies influence the development of the industries and the development of digital economy. And if we take educational sphere, such technologies as cloud, 5G, IoT, AI may help education to build new ecosystem and accelerate education intelligence. And it will make from the popularization of AI-based technologies to enable AI teaching methods, intelligent learning, and also intelligent assessment, evaluation, and it will bring us to the AI application in scientific research and also professional management of the universities and schools. So if we take the AI in teaching and learning, how it may help? First of all, it creates the brand new experience for teachers and students, so both are winning. It assists in searching of needed information, providing personalized recommendations, and also create the tools in order to decrease the teaching workload. So I would like also to mention one case which we realized locally together with the Irrigation Institute, TIMA. So we have launched the chatbot project based on the DeepSeek and cloud server. And now the students of the university may get the access to the resources of the university, and AI tool helps them to generate this information. So if we're talking about technologies and being the technological company, we cannot focus only on providing technologies. We understand that we stand at the crossroads of innovations and the impact. And we're trying to build the foundation for the future-ready learning environments in order the students who are currently studying at the universities, they may be ready for the digital technologies. So if we need talents for AI, then we must use AI for cultivation of these talents. And this is our approach, 1+3. 1 stands for the ICT talents cultivation, and 3 stands for the solutions and products which we use to build the smart classes, smart campuses, and also implement AI in the research and development. And we think that the technologies such as AI, cloud, big data, 5G, IoT, these technologies will of course provide the user-friendly and intelligent interactive space. So the rapid growth of technology of course brings the challenges, and the ICT players at the market, in our industry, they of course experience the lack of the talents, the shortage of the practical skills of the students whom they hire after the graduation of the university. And of course, this necessity of time to spend from 6 to 12 months in order to get ready those newcomers. So how we see to solve these problems? We have the solutions based on our curriculum and also training platforms, and we collaborate both together with the universities in order to prepare and train the trainers, teachers, and students. And also we collaborate with the government partners, our customers, in order to train the specialists in the ICT sphere. We have the programs for improvement of digital skills of our carriers, mobile operators, and even have the special program for the chief digital officers. And here is one of our most influential platform, which we highly promote for the students of the local universities. This is Huawei ICT Academy, which provides 22 technical directions and courses. And the students of Huawei ICT Academy may get 100 certificates, which will help in their future career growth. Currently, the ICT Academy operates in 3,000 universities globally, and it has already trained 1.3 million talents worldwide. In Uzbekistan, we have 15 Huawei ICT academies, which are open for local students. And we also would like to mark that out of all the courses available in the Huawei ICT Academy, we have the courses for AI. First of all, the overview of AI. So this is like introductory course. It studies the fundamentals of AI, the history of development, and the concepts. And also we have the second level course, which is Search and AI. And it focuses on intelligent search, algorithms, and decision optimization technologies learning. And the highest one is the HTIA AI version 4.0. So this course provides the in-depth knowledge of machine learning, computer vision, and other technologies. And currently, these courses are available for the students of local universities with IT directions. I think that today we have lots of students here, so don't miss the chance to get the professional certificate free of charge while you are the students of the universities. You may get the 3 levels of the certificates. So each of them are here: Huawei Certified ICT Associate, Professional, and Expert. And of course, we never do just learning. We always think of networking, building some kind of project, startups, and so on. So currently, I would like to present you the Huawei ICT competition. This is the global contest which first was held in 2015, and currently it already unified 960,000 students from 2,000 universities globally. For example, in 2024 and 25, the students from 100 countries and regions joined this competition, including our Uzbekistan students. So last year, TUIT and INHA students went to Saudi Arabia to take part in the regional contest of ICT competition. And they successfully finalized their participation, and one team of 3 students of TUIT University went to China this May, and they presented their project Sahia, which is based on AI tool which will help the people who have the hearing diseases to overcome this with the technologies. So today we honorably would like to announce that now the ICT competition 2025 and 26 is open for registration for Uzbekistan students. And if you are registered in Huawei ICT Academy, and if you are the student of the university with IT direction, please don't miss the chance. Scan the QR code and join our ICT competition, which will definitely benefit you in your future career. And the last but not least, I think this is my most, how to say, part which I love the most. This is another educational program which we provide for the local students, and it's named Seeds for the Future. So this program was launched in 2008 in Thailand, and currently 142 countries' students take part in this project. Since that time, 19,000 students joined the program. And in Uzbekistan, last year, we celebrated 10 years anniversary of this program. 162 students of Uzbekistan passed the program in various formats, including going to China, going to Qatar, going to UAE, and even we have brought this project to Uzbekistan. In 2024, the regional program for the Middle East and Central Asia Seeds for the Future was held in Uzbekistan, and it gathered 150 students from 14 countries. And we have really bright minds among the students. For example, in 2023, our students became the champions of the Tech for Good project within Seeds for the Future. And then they even became the Silver Award winners on the global finals. And what I would like to tell, that we have already started a selection for Seeds for the Future 2025. Next month, in October, 10 students of Uzbekistan will join the program in Shenzhen in China. And I think it's a great opportunity for everybody to catch this train, to catch this flight, and to go with us, not only to China, but other countries, because the real world is open for you. And we're trying our best to provide you more opportunities to learn AI, cloud, 5G, any kind of technology, and you don't even have to pay for this. Thank you very much.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. ICT Week haftaligi, shuningdek, ta'limda sun'iy intellekt forumini yoritishda yaqindan yordam berayotgan media hamkorlarimiz, Texnoplov blogi hamda Profsoyuz blogerlar hamjamiyatlariga o'z minnatdorchiligimizni bildirib qolamiz. Qarsaklaringiz. Sizlardan qarsak so'rashdan charchamayman, faqat siz qarsak cholib charchamasangiz bo'ldi. Xo'p, davom etamiz. Sun'iy intellekt mutaxassislarini tayyorlash, ta'lim, sanoat va innovatsiyalarni o'zaro bog'lash mavzusida xalqaro IT eksperti Boris Bobrovnikovni taklif etamiz.
Now we welcome Mr. Boris Bobrovnikov, training AI specialist, bridging education, industry, and innovation.
Hi guys. Such a nice company, nice exhibition, nice country. Thank you for invitation. So I can share with you some experience. Just to share, just experience, because I started and run up to 10 companies in 10 countries. Some of the companies are bigger, some companies are smaller, but I have some experience about education, people, and about the companies who are trying to be the best. So, first of all, we must say to us that the company based on people 400%. That's the main resource. All the rest is number 1, number 3, gas, oil, machinery, manufacturing. It's number 2, 3, 5. The people is the key point. And to attract the best people, we must declare and say, guys, this company or this organization, it could be government organization, private organization, fund, something, or a company. This company is the best place for you to grow. The company supports you in your growth. Professional skills, soft skills, human skills, money, all the rest. The company are willing to let you grow faster. So then we have to say that the soft skills is number 1. The board of the companies, when I participate or own that companies discussed soft skills 90%. So for us, it's better to have a good person with the same mind vector as the whole company. And if he needs hard skills, he needs, of course, we will let him learn and teach him. But if there is no soft skills, you could be number 1 expert, but you can't work inside the team. So, and shiny eyes. Shiny eyes. 100% of employees must have shiny eyes. Otherwise, it doesn't work. How to hire the best people? Just be the best employee on the market. Then we have to select best of the best, adopt the best practice for the growth, help them with the hard skills, sometimes with the soft skills. We invite some coach, trackers, and psychologists to work with our people, because sometimes they need it. If they grow fast, let's say 30 years old top manager normally needs psychologists. So we support with psychologists, because fast grow may produce some problems with your mind. Some life hack about alumni. Guys, if somebody get out of the company, go somewhere, and if it's a good guy, we of course have contact with him. We have a club of alumni. Because of what? Because sometimes that people comes back. They come back to the company will already know that people because they are ex-employees, and that's very important for us. They comes back with the new skills and new knowledge, and then they give more value to the company when they come back. Of course, we invest in schools, just to promote the company, to let the kids know that there is a good company, and if your choice will be IT in universities, after university you may come to this company. We just start this process from the high school, not from students. We have a lot of different activities. So I can't describe all of that now, but in my presentation we have QR code, and you may collect and load this presentation just to understand more and send me some letters, which my email on the website. You come to website with a QR code. So you might send letters with questions, and we may discuss that by mail or something. So summer school is in our life hack. So we invite top-level experts inside company, and we make a promotion. And for example, last year that was 4 million people we reached with our promotion. Then, after that, we collect 150 applicants enrolled in a school. After the school, we make 75 offers, and which is the most important thing. After 3 years, we see that persons from an IT school, 90% of those are on senior positions inside the company. So IT schools help us to find best of the best. Of course, we have Linux school, we have hackathon. You know what means hackathon, of course, yeah? Hackathon means some large companies invest into that event, and we ask different teams, let's say 100 teams of the students and IT specialists, just to build some solution in software. Some of those, the best one, comes in force and is using by the large companies. So it's a good solution to promote the companies and to collect new ideas which could be done by fresh brains. One more life hack. Normally the company have a vertical. That's a, let's say, business vertical. That's a big boss, smaller boss, very small boss, employees. That's a vertical. It works normally everywhere. But we have horizontal. Horizontal is a resource manager. That's a person who is involved into business, in the current business, 50% of time. And 50% of time, he's taking care of the group of the people, of the employees. Let's say 20, 30, up to 50 employees. That's the horizontal. Why do we need a resource manager? The resource manager taking care of the people, taking care of the soft skills, taking care of the hard skills. Let them educate. So he works or she works as a big mom. So we have vertical, core business, and we have horizontal resource manager. It works fantastically well. Otherwise, we may lose some contact with the person, with the employee, and finally lose himself going somewhere. Yeah? Of course, we use a lot of different types of gamification for our managers, employees, engineers, because gamification is a good word. Gamification is our future. So different business games. For example, we have managerial battles. Some of managers play as a client. Some of managers play as we are. And somebody's going to sell, somebody's going to buy. They start discussions, and then we see which skills are better, and that help us to improve skills of the managers. Of course, we spend a lot for wishful or business thinking. That's a soft skills. Spend a lot of time on that. Of course, we are taking care of the hard skills, but how to say, it comes automatically. Automatically because it depends on the market, depends on the client's need, depends on the technology, new technology comes, and so on. About AI. Of course, we're taking care of AI. I can say some horrible words. Try not to rely on AI, because if you start relying on AI only, your brains will disappear. Psychologists worldwide are talking about degradation of the skills of the people in schools, in university, because if you can get essay within 10 seconds, you'll not think about that essay. And after a while, after 1-2 years, using AI only, you will not write down that essay yourself. So that's the main topic. That's a problem. That's a problem worldwide. And let's say AI is a good instrument, but AI is not a human. How to say, that's a big language model, and that's it. They have no sense, they have no emotions, they have no love, no hate. So they can't be instead of us. It can help us as a calculator. Okay, if you like this calculator, go and try to do it. But that's one of the dangers of AI. I may be the first and the last person who was talking about dangers of AI in this auditorium. Of course, we are talking about innovations, about AI, how to say, competences. So, very important thing, the company has to lead AI process and help the people use AI with, let's say, with some rules, frames. Otherwise, the employees will use AI themselves, and you will have a vinegar of different AIs, and you may lose security, because everything which comes to AI comes worldwide. Means written on a fence. Yeah? That could be produce damage. We have special AI accelerator just to improve the skills of the employees. About the culture. Guys, culture is number one, because culture helps the company to be solid. If you don't invest into culture, the culture disappear, and for the people there is no sense to work for the company. The culture, let the people work together, together professionally and successfully. Guys, about digital transformation, just remember that word, that wording. Digital transformation is a very interesting process. It's not about consulting. It's a special frame, special technology, how to let the company make changes from inside the company. Just to use shiny eyes, shiny brains, and connection between the best people in the company. So that's about not revolution, but about transformation of the company, but it comes from inside. The normal consulting, as you know, comes from outside, and what's going on after? You you spend money, you collect some data. What you're doing with consulting results? Yeah, you know that. But if the company produce some changes, it's come from the origin of the company. So that's why the changes are how to say, organic. At the end, I have to say that only those people who may change or can change themselves can change anything around. And about triangle. Triangle is strength, will, and consistency. And about the leadership, last word, leadership. What's mean leader? Leader, it's not a person who do everything himself. It's a person who can give leadership to some other guys when he see that the skills of the guys is better than his skills for this current model. Okay, thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Endi esa navbatni o'rgan, amalga oshir, kengaytir mamnuniyat bilan sahnaga CaEX'dan Vera Bellni taklif etamiz. Qarsanglaringiz.
Please welcome Mrs. Vera Bell from CaEX. Learn, implement, scale.
Добрый день, уважаемые участники. Добрый день, молодежь, ребята. Спасибо большое, что вы сегодня пришли послушать всех нас, экспертов, лидеров и людей, которые сегодня внедряют продукты. И мы сегодня хотели бы поделиться с вами немножечко той моделью, которой мы сейчас занимаемся внедрением. Если можно, мою презентацию, пожалуйста. Ну, давайте, пока мы ждем мою презентацию, я скажу несколько слов о себе, потому что я думаю, что это релевантно для того продукта, который мы сегодня будем представлять. И идея не просто представить продукт, а рассказать о том, как использование AI-обучения стало частью этого продукта. Название сегодняшней презентации – это Learn, Do and Scale. И сегодня коллеги много говорили о том, что обучение оно становится супер важным, и иметь это обучение в моменте сегодняшнего дня, да, не когда это вы уже закончите университет, придете в те компании или откроете свои компании. Это та необходимость, которая есть сегодня у каждого бизнеса и у каждого продукта. Потому что если вы не учитесь в моменте и не делаете это сразу, то это становится неактуальным. И наша платформа – это платформа по управлению бизнесом. Она называется cfo.us. И мы ее запускаем в течение ближайшего времени, возможно, даже в октябре. Что это такое? Это национальная платформа для управления бизнесом. поскольку вы знаете, что в Узбекистане на сегодняшний день работает около 450 тысяч хозяйствующих субъектов, и только очень малые из этих хозяйствующих субъектов, она в виде средних и крупных компаний. Большая часть – это малые компании. И для того, чтобы эти малые компании могли эффективно работать, нужна прозрачность, и нужно, чтобы люди, которые занимаются управлением этих компаний, могли оперировать цифрами. И когда мы думаем, как внедрять такой продукт, как наша платформа, мы считаем, что самое главное – это когда вы развиваете сценарии, да, как работает ваш продукт. Мы используем AI для того, чтобы просмотреть, как пользователи этого продукта пользуются им, какие ошибки он видит, да, какие ошибки он совершает, для того, чтобы решать это через обучение. И здесь вот мы думаем, что это очень удачная модель, когда вы можете научиться, да, с помощью каждого действия, оно будет комментироваться ботом. И таким образом вы делаете действие, вы понимаете, что вы делаете, да, и этот продукт, он имеет возможность масштабировать. Вы видите, что в нашем продукте будет экран, и на этом экране в виде платформы по шагам поддерживаем чат-ботом. Каждый пользователь сможет переходить к следующему шагу. Таким образом, можно будет пользоваться продуктом, не будучи финансистом, не будучи бухгалтером. Любой человек, который просто открыл бизнес сегодня, сможет управлять им и видеть результаты, что самое главное, своего бизнеса в цифрах. Как мы это делаем? Мы используем логику, когда вся информация, knowledge base, все знания, которые собраны в компании на уровне аудиторов, на уровне бухгалтеров, на уровне налоговых консультантов, это все собрано в одной базе. И в зависимости от того, какие вопросы будут возникать у пользователя, он будет получать ответы immediate, в режиме реального времени. Мы надеемся, что наш продукт очень поможет, первое, бизнесу, и что вот эта наша модель, она является очень удачной именно с точки зрения масштабирования. Спасибо большое. Я знаю, что вы все ждете награждения, церемонии, поэтому у нас регламент. Спасибо вам. Если у вас есть вопросы, я с удовольствием на них отвечу. Спасибо.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, bugungi kunda yurtimiz yoshlari xalqaro axborot texnologiyalari olimpiadalarida yuksak natijalar qayd etib, barchamizni faxr va iftixor bilan to'ldirmoqda. Bu natijalarda ularning mehnati bilan bir qatorda Uzum, Yusel, Yandex kabi ilg'or kompaniyalarning ham ko'magi muhim rol o'ynab kelmoqda. Iqtidorli yoshlarimizni e'tirof etish va mukofotlash uchun sahnaga Raqamli texnologiya vaziri Shermatov Sherzod Xatamovichni taklif etamiz. Marhamat.
Now, dear guests, we officially invite Mr. Shermatov Sherzod Xatamovich, Minister of Digital Technologies of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli bugun tadbir ishtirokchilari. Mana prezidentimiz xalqaro olimpiadalardagi yoshlarimizni o'rnini olishga juda katta e'tibor qaratadilar. Shu jumladan mana xalqaro informatika olimpiadasi bo'yicha oxirgi yillarda mana tizimli ishlash boshlandi. Natijada yoshlarimiz sekin-sekin o'rinlar olish boshlashdi. Mana bronzadan boshlandi, keyin mana ko'rgazmalar oxirgi olimpiadada kumush ham bo'ldi. Va eng oldimizda turgan vazifa keyingi yilgi xalqaro informatika olimpiadasi O'zbekistonda bo'ladigan bo'ldi. Bu ham juda katta O'zbekistonga bo'lgan e'tiborni ko'rsatadi. Men o'ylaymanki, shu keyingi yilgi olimpiadaga endi tilla olishga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Marhamat, agar imkoniyat bo'lsa, bolalarimizdan chaqirib, ularni bir tabriklab qo'ysak bo'ladi. Dear guests, I just wanted to repeat in English as well. In Uzbekistan, we are paying a lot of attention for supporting the young specialists who are participating in international informatics Olympiads, and for the last, not only informatics, thanks to the presidential support, we are supporting all the science Olympiads, and our ministry is involved in mostly the cooperating with the Ministry of Education in the informatics Olympiad. And gradually our kids are also taking medals. We've got bronze medals. On the last one, we've got also the silver one. And the good news is that the next year, the International Informatics Olympiad will be held in Uzbekistan for the first time in Central Asia. And I hope that our team, inspired from today's events, will be getting the gold next year. Thank you.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Albatta, vazirimiz Sherzod Xatamovich birgalikda Uzum kompaniyasidan Vera Dianovani taklif etamiz va sahnaga Xalqaro informatika olimpiadasi kumush medal sovrindori Toshkent shahri Asilbek Sunnatov.
Now please join us. Asilbek Sunnatov, silver medal, International Olympiad in Informatics IOI in Bolivia.
Bronza medal sohibi Namangan viloyati Ulug'bek Rahmatullayev.
Ulug'bek Rahmatullayev, bronze medal, IOI, Bolivia.
Va bularga murabbiylik qilgan Toshkent axborot texnologiyalar universiteti assistenti Hojiyev Sunnatullah.
And also their trainers, Hojiyev Sunnatullah, University of Information Technologies, Tashkent.
Sahnani tark etmay turasiz. Informatika bo'yicha Yevropa qizlar olimpiadasi Toshkent shahri Oysha Mirzatillayeva bronza medal.
For the bronze medal, European Girls Olympiad in Informatics, EGOI, Oysha Mirzatillayeva.
Qoraqalpog'iston Respublikasi Malika Xo'jamuratova bronza medal sohibasi. Va ularga murabbiylik qilgan Toshkent axborot texnologiyalar universiteti talabasi Davlatbek Muroqilov.
And also their trainer, Davlatbek Muroqilov.
Va albatta mamnuniyat bilan Yandex kompaniyasidan Sardorbek Qodirov sizdan taklif etamiz. Sovg'alarni o'z qo'lingiz bilan hadya etsangiz. Marhamat.
Now Mr. Sardorbek, welcome to our stage.
Endi esa esdalik uchun ajoyib suratga tushib olamiz.
Now dear guests, attention to the cameras. It's time for group photo.
Olqishlab turamiz, qarsaklarimiz.
O'zi xalqaro olimpiadalarga prezidentimizning qarorlari bo'yicha o'zi alohida nagrada olishgan bular. Pulli to'lov bor, ham ustoziga, ham o'quvchilarimizga pul berilgan. Bundan tashqari bu kompaniyalardan qo'shimcha yana bo'ladigan sovg'a. Endi bizda darrov aniq qilishadi-yu. Nima deydi, faxriy yorliq emas, bu yana qo'shimcha bir beriladigan sovg'alar sifatida. Shuning uchun oldingi mablag'lardan tashqari bu faqat mablag' emas, bu qo'shimcha rag'batlantirish nuqtai nazaridan. Men o'ylaymanki, birgalikda agar qo'shimcha yana yoshlarimizdan hamma kompaniyalar mana Yandexga ham, Uzumga ham minnatdorchilik bildiramiz. Bu faqatgina bu sovg'ada emas, tashkiliy masalalarda ham, Yevropaga jo'natishda ham, boshqa masalalarda ham ancha yordam berishdi. boshqa kompaniyalarimiz ham agar yordam beradigan bo'lsa, yanada ko'proq yutuqlarga ega bo'lamiz, yanada ko'proq olimpiadalarda natijalar ko'rishamiz. Rahmat.
Barchangizga kattakon rahmat. Qarsaklar bilan kuzatib qolamiz. Tabriklaymiz. Ma'ruzalarimiz davom etadi.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue keynote speakers.
Odamlarga sarmoya kiritish, kelajakni qurish, raqamli iqtisodiyot uchun yoshlarni rivojlantirishda kompaniyalarning roli mavzusida Uzumdan Vera Dianova. Marhamat.
Ms. Vera Dianova, welcome to stage. From Uzum, first unicorn in Uzbekistan. Investing in people, building the future, the role of companies in youth development for digital economy.
Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here. It's a great honor to stand here and after the ceremony of awards, I'm so excited and a little bit nervous. So let me tell you, and I will do it quickly because I know we have not enough time today. So I will tell you about the market, as I'm the director of e-commerce sector of Uzum, so I can tell you about the e-commerce actually, because this is a market where I have an expertise. So we can see that right now the Uzbekistan is a really fast growing e-commerce market in Central Asia. We can see how it grow every day, and we can expect the rapidly growing next years. So you can see some numbers on the slide, and you can face it with me. So what we are expecting actually from 2022 to 2027, many authors and many audits are prognosing that the market will be growing sevenfold. Just imagine, that's sevenfold, and it will be there. So this rapid growth, also rapid growth, we can face the salary because you know, what happening right now, the market is growing, and the expertise is not. And this is the question: if a market is growing fast, the expertise in the market is growing as well. No or yes? And I can say that we can feel in our company that this is not it's not the same trend, we can say. So we are really right now faced there somehow the crisis, or maybe the high demand on their expertise in our sphere, but also we can face that we don't have any expertise in the market right now, because lots of employees, lots of fast-growing markets, and actually their candidates are not growing so fast. So we need to do something with it. And in Uzum, I will tell you what we're doing there, and also tell why, and share why it's so important. And maybe you will do the same, and I hope you will find and appreciate this practice. So what we're doing right now. Today, as I said, we can face that the e-commerce is fast-growing sector, and also we are facing the demand crisis on the employees. So you can see here some numbers about their employer market here. And for me, as an HR director, we are facing the first number of the index of their labor market and then employee-driven market. So we can say today, the employee is driving the market in the e-commerce sector in Uzbekistan, and we are really see and feel you can see here the number about plus 15% of their time the company spent to hire their employees, and we are expecting that this time will be really growing. And right now we are facing this race for their employees and actually for their expertise. So what we are doing right now in Uzum for helping us in this to solve this problem, and we understand that if we are facing the growth and the rapidly growth of the market, and also we not face the same rapidly growth of the expertise, we need to actually invest in this. and not only in our company. And that's why we decided to make different programs, and I will tell you some information about them, and to invest in the youth, actually, and to invest in the growing expertise. Because if 5 years will be growing market, we need to help 5 years to grow the expertise inside our country. And what we can see, what actually we're doing, we are focusing on growing and development internal talent in our company. Also, we launch different programs, ambassadors and like functions inside our company too. And we are invest in developing the expertise across the country. And also we invest in the sharing process of our internal expertise to make it more external, we can say like this, and try to help others to do the same. So, we are doing, actually, we'll tell you, I can put 3 groups of our programs and our decision, what we are doing right now, and why it's so important to tell actually here, because our audience is the young and the youth audience right now. So what we're doing, first of all, we're helping lots of communities, and you can see here some photos and our community, IT community of Uzbekistan, which we love, and we also appreciate their programs. We're helping them and doing different community events, and also, for example, with their Women in Tech project, and we're trying to share our internal expertise with this community, and also to find a new speakers, find a new expertise, and to bring in here and to share it. For example, in the IT Roadshow, we share it in different cities in Uzbekistan and share the expertise. And I think this was a really great project, so I hope it will be in this year also. We're also doing our own projects, and which focused on actually sharing our internal expertise. So our employees in Uzum, different from different points, and also from the development and from the AI sector, are making lectures to express and to show how we put their expertise inside our company. Also, we're making programs such as Uzum Stos. You can see here a photo also. Uzum Stos is our first program when we made a 3 months education program for a young specialist, where we share our expertise and express it, and we were doing together different projects, so we can make this bridge from the young specialist to their growing company, and to run this bridge together. And also in Uzum IT Academy, it's also our project where we're sharing our expertise, and our internal employees actually are working there as our lecturers, and expressing your different things, and also expressing how we do it inside the company also. And internship programs, we did it, actually we are doing it for 2 years, as I remember. Yeah, we've been doing it for 2 years. And right now we're having like from well, let me, yeah, as I remember it, I think like near the 5% of our headquarter employees are actually from the internship program right now, and they are growing on fast. And right now we're having lots of problems with hiring new internships. So if you are any here in this audience want to be in our internship program, please connect me also, because we are really hiring, and I'm also a person finding new interesting faces. And also, what we do and what I need to tell you today, first of all, we are doing it inside the company, and I will be happy if our companies will do it with us. And this is why we can hear in the slide, because the market is fast growing, and we need to do fast growing expertise also, and we need to invest in it, not just close it inside the companies and share it, and to show how we doing this, how we put in different expertise in our companies inside. So please do the same. And also, I was the person who needed to say thanks, and again thanks to International Olympiad Information, because we were helping we were, as I remember, ICT for girls than the previous year. We are helping this year with and supporting the team, and I'm so happy with the results. And let's please applaud again them. So they were really great today, and I think it's a great honor to say here. Yes, and also I'm happy to show, and our company given me this honor to tell that Uzum will be a sponsor also and supporter of the International Olympiad of Information 2026, and we are happy that it will be starting here in Uzbekistan. It's so exciting, and it's a great honor to be here also. And that's all I wanted to tell you. So please invest with us, with our expertise inside the market, and please grow faster with all young faces, because we're really needing you, and we are really hope that this next generation will be really the great generation and help us to grow faster. Thank you.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, ko'rib turibman, asta-asta sekin tark etishlar bo'lyapti, lekin bitta narsani sizlardan iltimos qilib qolaman. Sizga ishontirib aytamanki, forum yakuniga qadar mana shu joyda rus tilida aytganda izbrnilar qoladi deydi-ku. Sizlar bekorga izbrni bo'lib qolmaysizlar, chunki ichingizda albatta ajoyib g'oliblarimiz bor va siz o'zingizga keraklik va qiziqarli bo'lgan ma'lumotlarga albatta ega bo'lasiz. Sizlardan faqat go'zal, insoniyat uchun eng go'zal fazilat bu go'zal sabr har biringizda bor. Aynan go'zal sabr sohiblari shu yerda qoladi. Mana shu qarsiylar sizlar uchun. O'zimizni umuman sevmayapmiz. Qarsiylaringiz kuchliroq qilinglar, baraka topib ko'ringlar. Bo'lar ekan-ku. Boringlarga shukr, boringlarga shukr. Xo'p, endi esa bizda ma'ruzada sizni xursand qilib aytaman. 2 nafar ma'ruzachimiz, dasturni eslatib qo'ymoqchiman. 2 nafar ma'ruzachimiz, ana undan so'ng taqdirlash marosimi, ana undan so'ng generator yordamida aniqlab olamiz va o'yin o'ynaymiz. Shuning uchun sizda yana o'sha gap, go'zal sabr sohibiga aylanamiz hammamiz. Xo'p, demak, mamnuniyat bilan ta'lim va sanoatni birlashtirish Yandex.ML maktabi sun'iy intellekt kelajagini qanday shakllantirmoqda mavzusida Mahmudjon Sodiqov, marhamat.
From Yandex.ML School, Mahmudjon Sodiqov, welcome to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum and good day everyone. Many thanks for everyone who came today, our beautiful speakers, our beautiful participants and guests. My name is Mahmudjon Sodiqov and I'm the head of Yandex.ML School Uzbekistan. Today I'm going to speak about our initiatives in industry and in education and how we bridge the gap between the education and industry in Uzbekistan. First of all, let me tell some words about the Yandex in general and which initiatives are really impressing us and what social missions and what social goals we set for us in a long term. First of all, Yandex.ML School is an exceptional program. It's a very unique in Uzbekistan. I don't know any companies or institutions who can offer this type of really deep and really hard and complex educational programs in Uzbekistan. So we are going to prepare best machine learning engineers and prepare best students and graduates of our STEM universities to become the AI leaders and AI innovators of the future. Our school is created with the support of Yandex School of Data Analysis, which is known as one of the best private company top schools in Russia and in CIS. And our strategic and academic partner is New Uzbekistan University, which also helped us a lot, and our school takes place at the New Uzbekistan University. Let me introduce our team. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Mahmudjon Sodiqov, as I said, and I'm the head of Yandex.ML Uzbekistan. I hold a master's degree and bachelor's degree from MIPT as an applied scientist in mathematics. And more than that, I have more than 4 years of academic experience and experience in AI industry worldwide, including US, Japan, and many other countries. Next, advisor and lecturer of our school is Alexey Tolsikov, He is the head of YSDA, Yandex School of Data Analysis, and he also holds a PhD in distributed and parallel computing. He is also associate professor at Belarusian State University, and he helps a lot to create our programs and deliver the best education ever possible. Next person is Radoslav Nechev, who is one of the well-known and one of the most famous AI specialists in Russia. And nowadays he works as a team lead at Yandex AI. And he is also founder of Giraffe AI, which have graduated more than 50K students in CIS countries. And he has a lot of experience of educating and graduating the most impressive and the most professional AI engineers worldwide. A couple of other persons who are also our advisors. It's Alexander Kraino, who is the head of Yandex AI Research, and his teams are developing the state-of-the-art AI technologies for Yandex. Gennady Evstratov, he's the head of our development team at Yandex Uzbekistan, and Andrei Stankevich, who is the world's most famous ICPC coach, and he even holds ICPC Senior Coach Award as one of the top ICPC trainers in the world. Let me introduce you to our highlights and key features of our school. First of all, our school is a 1 year. So it consists of 2 very intensive and very deep semesters, including fundamental mathematics. First of all, we pay a lot of attention for fundamental science. So we want to develop not just AI programmers or someone who can use LLMs. We just want to develop the future AI market in Uzbekistan. So that's why we're graduating. We plan to graduate the best AI researchers and scientists in Uzbekistan who will have the world-class education. And the most important thing here, it's completely tuition-free, so it's fully funded by Yandex. And it means that it's a unique learning experience for everyone. It's accessible for everyone from all across the country. Nowadays, it's our inaugural year in which we had more than 3,000 registrations from all across Uzbekistan and more than 500 plus participants in our online examination. And we have conducted more than 100 interviews with the best of the best, with 100 from those 3,000 participants. And our final top candidates will join YMLS finally. Our education will consist of 20-30 hours workload per week, which means which makes this program very, very, impressive, intensive, and very, very hard and complex. Because we know that it's not possible to teach someone, to graduate someone very unique and professional if courses will take, like just a couple of hours a week. And more than that, we believe that the offline education is the most official education in the world. That's why we call our partners and Yandexoids from Russia, the people that I mentioned, they will also come here to Uzbekistan and will give the lectures to our best students. And last but not least, our courses will be in English, because English is an international language, so it opens a lot of opportunities to learn, to grow, and to work in many, many international companies and institutions in the future. Our track is fully fundamental, which means that we will not produce yet another coders, yet another developers. We really want to pay attention to provide the highest class of education. So we want to build a solid foundation in math, first of all, in ML, in statistics and algorithms. Our program, as you can see, consists of 2 semesters, 2 really, really intense semesters. So we expect someone at the very beginning and at the entry, we expect really developed and really brilliant students. That's why our examination steps are really intensive and hard. So that's why you see this funnel from 3,000 and more participants to only like 50 final students who will be invited to our school. And more than that, we pay attention a lot to the practice. We know that without the practice, researchers and scientists will not be able to bring the value. That's why we want to conduct a lot of communication and participation in different industry weekends. And also, we want to bring the real business cases from our ongoing products, which all of you know and use, which is Yandex Go, Market, and Lavka. And more than that, as I said, we will be teaching our students on advanced cases. So cases at Yandex are advanced. You know that the Yandex is not just an IT company, so it's a company that builds the infrastructure of the future. So one of the key programs and social missions are also to develop the developers of the next generation. So that's why we pay a lot for the complexity of our courses. And more than that, at the end, students will have the opportunity to work at Yandex and even have the experience of mentoring by Yandex experts. And speaking the last words about our mission and about the impact. So I want to highlight that we really want to empower the Uzbekistan's IT market. So that's why this social program, like social project, is very, very important in that case. And we want to empower our market with elite world-class AI professionals. We also, as I said, we will advance them in research and science. So there will be some courses and classes that no any other institution can offer. And we really want to redefine the education in Uzbekistan. So we don't want to just create yet another learning center or learning school. We really want to, our students to tackle the most complex challenges. And finally, I want to mention once again that it's a totally driven by social mission. So it's 100% free and accessible for everyone. We don't have any gender or any other limits. So that's why we call it from the best AI teachers on the market to the best students and graduates. This is our main goal, and we really want to achieve it in the next couple of years. And more than that, our school will be seasonal. It means that every year, annually, we will relaunch our school, and there will be more and more opportunity from year to year to study at Yandex ML School Uzbekistan. Thank you very much. My name is Mahmoudjan Sadiqov, and I'm the head of Yandex ML School Uzbekistan. You can just go by the links or by the QR codes provided. If you have any questions, I'm here, and feel free to reach me out in social networks. Thank you very much for your attention.
Mahmudjon, rahmat kattakon, sog' bo'lasiz. Va hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, ma'ruzalarga yakun yasash uchun o'zingiz aniqlab oldingiz. Ya'ni oxirgi yakuniy so'nggi ma'ruzachimiz ACdan Narek Aslikyan AI bozor va ta'lim o'rtasida ko'prik mavzusida o'z taqdimotlarini qilib beradilar. Marhamat.
Now, dear guest, last presenter, Mr. Narek Aslikyan from Armenian Code Academy. AI, a bridge between market and education.
Thank you very much. Hi everyone, my name is Narek. I'm from the Armenian Code Academy. It's a huge honor for me to be here and to launch our operations in Uzbekistan and to cooperate with Ministry of Digital Technologies. A few words about ACA, and I will no longer tell you about the company and about our products. My key point here is to talk about the gap between education and the industry and how AI can help to fulfill that gap. ACA is operating on the Armenian market for more than 10 years, and we produce more than 17,000 graduates selected from 75,000 applicants, and our focus is on the high quality and connections with industry. For example, we are cooperating with Adobe, with Pixart, with Synopsys, NVIDIA, and our tutors mostly are from these companies, from Adobe, NVIDIA, Meta, Google, and so on. So, historically, you know that the gap between education and the tech industry is huge, and we are taking it as it is, and we need to understand and realize that this is one of the main bottlenecks in the development of tech sector generally. So universities produce well-structured, predefined professionals with a single set of skills, but industry requires a T-shaped model. Industry requires soft skills. Industry requires a flexibility in learning abilities and a range of cutting-edge technologies and readiness to learn new technologies. So reducing that gap brings immediate results, and we can say that this is one of the game-changing changes that government, industry, or universities, higher educational institutions can bring to the market to be globally competitive. For example, in 10 years, our private educational institutions, just one learning educational institution in Armenia produced 20% of the entire talent hub in Armenia. And that brings more than 100 million US dollars to the state budget only in personal income taxes. And there is no necessity to talk about that. The income flow, I think, for the state budget is not personal income tax only, but the value generated by these specialists, by the internal consumption by these specialists, and so on. So let's get back to the main topic, how AI helps to reduce that gap. When we talk about three big things, the first one is that when we automating routine, we exposing our core skills. I mean, when we are talking about skills that industry requires from the professionals, we talk about analytical thinking and system thinking now. So how to implement some things is not a rocket science now with AI, but what to implement and why to implement, that's the core. And if we are talking about why question, product mindset here is one of the most important things. So industry requires analytical thinking, system thinking, product mindset, of course, growth mindset. So every engineer needs to think about how to scale my product to the global business, not to just limit ourselves with Central Asia, Uzbekistan, or Tashkent. And the last one is problem solving. So the second big thing is that as yet another big transformation, when we are talking about AI revolution or some new technologies and so on, we're just getting a bunch of new professions. Lately we had machine learning engineers, but now we have dozens of different created by AI professions like AI enhanced educators, prompt engineers, AI human coaches, content curators, feedback specialists, MCP engineers, A2A engineers, and so on. And the last big thing, we used to know about prescribed learning, but we are moving to the curated learning. We had one teacher, one audience, predefined set of knowledge, predefined set of methods that will be used to transform that knowledge from the teacher to the audience. But now we have the learner in the center of that system. And we still have our teacher, but the role of that teacher is mentor, not the typical traditional teacher. The second thing that our learner uses is the network of professionals, network of students, peer-to-peer education, and so on. And of course, a range of assistants that help our learner to achieve more in shorter time frame. And we are talking about not only ChatGPT and likewise tools, but also Coursera, but also Khan Academy and Khanmigo, and so on. And by the way, our organization is the official representative of the Khan Academy in Armenia. And in that process, what can go wrong? First of all, we need mass AI literacy to adopt AI tools and use it properly. I know that Uzbekistan is on the leading position in Central Asia for AI tools adoption, but there is a huge development zones here that we can still use. We need flexibility in higher educational institutions and their management. Universities need to show how flexible they are and how ready they are to use new technologies and adopt new approaches. And the last potential bottleneck is industry short-termism. I realized that after AI changed some hiring policies in companies, some organizations have frozen their hiring needs or cut some of their junior positions. So this can be one of the hugest problems for development of labor market and of the AI industry in general if companies do not give opportunities to junior professionals to start their careers. So to sum up, AI doesn't replace education, it strengthens it. AI challenging the system and its possibilities to learn and to be changed. AI opens collaborations, bridges, because only activating the power triangle between education, industry, and the government, we can maximize the results of using AI. And AI fills the gaps in this process. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you all. Me and my colleagues will be in Uzbekistan till the end of the week, and I will be happy to new collaborations as well. Thank you very much.
Rahmat, sog' bo'ling. Endi esa sahnaga mamnuniyat bilan Raqamli texnologiyalar vaziri o'rinbosari Rustam Olimjonovich Karimjonovni taklif etaman. Marhamat.
Now we invite Mr. Rustam Karimjonov to the stage.
Va bizga yetakchi universitetlarni taqdirlash uchun sizni taklif etdik sahnaga, Rustam Olimjonovich. Endi esa Toshkentdagi Turin Politexnika universitetini taklif etamiz sahnaga. Marhamat. Universitetlar nomlarini aytamiz.
University.
Yangi O'zbekiston universiteti.
New Uzbekistan University.
Jahon iqtisodiyoti va diplomatik universiteti.
The University of World Economic and Diplomacy.
IT Park universiteti.
IT Park University.
Toshkent axborot texnologiyalar universiteti.
Tashkent University of Information Technologies, named after Muhammad Al-Kharazmi.
MIT universiteti.
MIT University in Tashkent.
Va Toshkentdagi Inha universiteti.
Inha University in Tashkent, dears.
Yetakchi universitetlarimiz esa maxsus statuetkalar bilan taqdirlanadilar. Qarsaklaringiz ostida juda ham go'zal bo'ladi bu holat. Baraka toping. Qarsanglar, qarsanglar. Rahmat, sog' bo'linglar. Bo'la qolamiz. Yangi O'zbekiston. Sahnada universitetlardan ayol kishi chiqdi. Qo'llab-quvvatlab qo'ying. Boringizga shukr. Va albatta esdalik uchun sovg'alar deb qo'yib rasmga tushib olamiz. Ajoyib. Rahmat, sog' bo'lasiz. Rustam Olimjonovich, siz sahnada qolasiz faqat. Rustam Olimjonovich, sizni qo'yib yubormaymiz. Endi esa hamkorlarni taqdirlash vaqti keldi. Uzum kompaniyasi.
Now, dear guests, it's honor to represent partners, Uzum Company.
Huawei kompaniyasi.
The company of Huawei.
Yandex Uzbekistan.
We invite to the Yandex Company.
Usel.
we officially invite Yusel to the stage.
Armenian Code Academy.
Dear guests, let's welcome Armenian Code Academy.
Coursera.
Next, we invite to the stage Coursera education platform.
IT Park School 21.
And last, dear guests, please welcome IT Park and School 25 to the stage.
Va albatta
Claps, dear guests, claps.
qarsaklar. Barchangizni tabriklaymiz. Rahmat, sog' bo'lasiz. Endi esa sahnaga taqdirlash uchun Raqamli ta'limni rivojlantirish markazi direktori Azamat Kambaraliyevich Eshanqulovni taklif etamiz.
Now to present awards for outstanding training centers, we invite to the stage Mr. Azamat Eshanqulov, Director of the Digital Education Development Center.
Qarsaklar qani? Xo'p, endi esa o'quv markazlarini taqdirlash vaqti yetib keldi. Intention Academy.
For the first presenter, Intention Academy, leading expert-oriented IT training center.
Bilim Tech.
For Center Bilim Tech, leading training center for graduate employment.
Mohir Dev.
For Mohir Dev Academy, leading training center by number of specialists trained.
IT Hub Samarkand.
Now, dear guests, we welcome IT Hub Samarkand, leading training center by number of students.
Va MAP Innovation.
And dear guests, last, MAP Innovation, the best training center for preparing specialists in modern IT professions.
Endi esa sahnaga mamnuniyat bilan har doim qaysi tadbir bo'lishidan qat'iy nazar, albatta biz ommaviy axborot vositalariga murojaat qilamiz va sizlarga har qancha taqdirlasak ham shuncha oz. Demak, va bizda influencerlar bor. Hozir esa navbatni Azamat aka siz tabriklaysiz.
Now, dear guests, to present award to who inspire and inform to society.
Zarifjon Nahalov.
Mr. Zarifjon Nahalov, creator of Nahalov IT Telegram channel.
Qarsaklaringiz. Manuchekh Usmonov.
Mr. Manuchekh Usmonov, founder of Telegram channel 101.
Sadulla Abdullayev.
Mr. Sadulla Abdullayev, founder of Technoplo blog.
Umar Sadullayev.
Now, dear guests, we welcome Umar Sadullayev, author of Josh Developer Channel.
Va ayni paytda Nuriddin Iminoxunov AQShda bo'lganligi uchun eng yaqin qarindoshlarini taklif etamiz sahnaga.
Now, welcome the representatives of Nuriddin Imonkulov, creator of Nuriddin Blogs.
Qarsaklaringizni ayamang. Endi esa ommaviy axborot vositalari vakillarini mamnuniyat bilan sahnaga taklif etamiz. Jahongir Olimov, Sevimli TV telekanaldan.
Now, dear guests, we welcome Mr. Jahongir Olimov, editor of Zamon Information Program.
Ular ham Amerikada ekan, rafiqasini mamnuniyat bilan taklif etamiz sahnaga. Ziyovuddin Nuriddinov.
We welcome Mr. Ziyovuddin Nuriddinov, who's a national news agency.
Abdug'ani Abdurahmonov.
Abdug'ani Abdurahmonov, Xabar.uz news portal.
Va Ulug'bek Rahmonqulov.
And last, Mr. Ulug'bek Rahmonqulov, Uzbekistan 24 television channel.
Barchangizga rahmat kattakon. Qarsaklaringiz hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari. Xo'p, ana endi men sahnadan tushyapman, demak, nima sodir bo'ladi hozir? Hozir endi forum ishtirokchilariga navbat keldi. Yigitlardan iltimos qilardim, generatorni yoqsangiz va generator bizga aniqlab bersa 30 nafar ishtirokchini va hamma raqamiga qarab tursin. Kimning raqami chiqsa, tez sahnaga chiqish kerak bo'ladi.
Hurmatli ishtirokchilar, mehmonlar, barchangizni eshik ostidagi raqamlarga e'tiborli bo'lishingiz so'raladi.
Xo'p, demak, raqam egasi chiqmagandan keyin keyingisiga o'tamiz, yigitlar, faqat tezroq. 578. Bormi? Keyingisi. 582. Yo'q, keyingisi. 843. Bormi? Yo'q. Keyingisi 46. Raqamga qarayapsizlarmi? Baraka topkurlar. Xo'p. Keyingi raqam 640. Baraka toping.
Bizda birinchi ishtirokchi.
Sahnaga marhamat. Keyingisi 973.
Marhamat, 973-raqamli ishtirokchi.
Bormi? Keyingi raqam 931. Keyingisi 617. Keyingisi 962. Yo'q ekan bu raqam sohibi ham. 764. Keyingisi 927. Xo'p, menimcha shu raqam egalari hammasi tashqariga chiqib ketgan, o'zlarini bilgan shekilli.
Bizda 927-raqamli ishtirokchi bor.
Bormi?
Bor.
Marhamat, sahna sizga halitdan beri muntazir. Qarsinglaringiz. Keyingisi 393.
393-ishtirokchi. Mana bizda bor 393-ishtirokchi.
Chiqing. Qarsinglar. Yigitlar tezroq o'tkazib o'ramiz raqamlarni. 691. Yo'q ekan, keyingisi.
693-ishtirokchi mana.
Rahmat. Chiqing. 421 sadashmasam, ha? Bo'ldi. 421. Keyingisi. 430. Keyingisi. 319. Keyingisi. 671. 990. 259. Bo'la qoling. Chiqing. 880. Xo'p, mayli hech bo'lmasa bir 10 ta qilib olaylik, mayli. Xo'p. 7-chisi chiqdi, yana 3 ta. 815. Xo'p, va yana 2 nafar. 328. Bormi, yo'qmi? Xo'p, nechta bo'ldinglar? 8 ta, adashmasam. 875. 159. Bormi, yo'qmi? 39. Xo'p, generator to'xtating, bitta fikr keldi. Haliga force major degan joyi bor-ku. Hozir oxiriga kirib kelgani 2 ta. Kim kirib keldi oxiri? Kim kirib keldi ikkita oxirgi? Chiqing. Farqi yo'q. Oxirgi 2 ta ishtirokchi kiring. Oxiri kim keldi? Marhamat, chiqing sahnaga. Oxiri kelgan ikkitasi. Bo'la qoling yigitlar. Chiqoring, mayli. Bag'rimiz keng. Marhamat. Hurmatli ishtirokchilar, sahnaning o'rtasiga turib olamiz. Bor ekansizlar, baraka topkurlar. Voy, chiqing, albatta chiqing. Bo'la qoling, bolajonim. Siz ham chiqasizmi? Chiqib oling. Voy, chiqing, o'rgilay, chiqing, siz chiqinglar mana. O'zi hayotda ham aynan shunaqa. Bitana voy, baraka topkurlar bo'ldi. Bo'ldi, to'xtatamiz. Bo'ldi. Qachon chaqirdim sizni? Bo'ldi, rahmat. Xo'p, jilib oling. Yana. Mana shuncha joy turibdi. Xo'p. Yana komfort yaratamiz. Bolalar, qizlar, komfort yaratamiz. Jiling. Xo'p, endi musiqani to'xtatib turasiz. Hurmatlik zalda o'tirib, asosiy eng kerakli sizsiz. Ya'ni siz hakamlar hay'ati bo'lasiz. Xo'p. Faqat zaldan agar javobni eshitib aytadigan bo'lsangiz, hisobga kirmaydi. Kelishdik-a? Qarang.
Birinchi o'yinda tezkor savol javoblar bo'ladi. Men juda ham sizga oson savol beraman aslida. Kim birinchi va to'g'ri javob topsa, bitta oldiga jiladi. Tushuntira oldimmi? Shuning uchun hammasi orqa-orqa jilsin. Qarang, ikkinchi o'yinda o'ynash uchun 10 nafaringiz qoladi xolos. Qolganingiz sekin joyingizga o'tirib olasiz. Shuning uchun diqqatli bo'ling. Tayyormisiz? Tayyormisiz? Hozir tayyorligingizni aniqlab olaman. Ko'rsatqich barmog'ini ko'taring. Ko'rsatqich barmog'imi bu? Ha, qoyil. Demak, diqqatimiz, hammamiz diqqatimizni sozlab olamiz. Endi tayyor bo'lgan bo'lsangiz, men savol o'qishni boshladim. Bir xonada 5 kishi bor. Siz kirib, 4 kishini tashqariga chiqarib yubordingiz. Xonada nechta kishi qoldi? Kim birinchi? Kim birinchi aytdi? Kim birinchi aytdi? Qaysi bola? Yosh bola aytdi. Birinchi qatorga chiq bolam. Bo'ldi. Qolgan orqaga jilib oling. Voy. Xo'p, zo'r. Ikkinchisi. Bitta ota va bitta o'g'il ovga bordi. Men hali o'qiyapman. Men hali tugatganim yo'q. Bitta ota va bitta o'g'il ovga bordi. O'g'il yaralandi. Shifoxonaga olib kelganda shifokor dedi: "Bu mening o'g'lim." Qanday bo'lishi mumkin? To'g'ri. Mana bular o'zlari chiqib qoldi. To'g'ri. Bu shifokor uning onasi edi. Keyingi savol. Bir xona to'la sham yonmoqda. Siz ikkitasini o'chirib qo'ydingiz. Nechta sham qoldi? Yo'q. Kim edi birinchi ikkita deb javob bergan? Kim edi? Bo'ldi, voy, chiqing. Voy. Bo'ldi, xo'p. Hurmatli meni eng yaqin insonlarimsizlar hozir. Menga yordam berib boringlar. Xo'p. Bitta qavatli uyning hamma narsa va devorlari ko'k rangda bo'yalgan. Zinalari qaysi rangda? Nima edi javobi? Zinasi bo'lmaydi, to'ppa-to'g'ri. Oldiga chiqing. Zo'r. Xo'p, nechta bo'ldinglar? 4 ta. Voy, xudo, tezroq. Xo'p. Endi bir odam issiq cho'lga faqat bitta gugurt olib kirdi. U chodirga kirdi va ichkarida pech va sham turardi. Avval nimani yoqish kerak edi? Nima? Gugurt, ana shu bola gugurt dedi, o'zim ko'zim bilan ko'rdim. Zo'r, yo'q, men ham qarab turib, voy, siz chiroyli bo'lib turing, menga qarab. Xo'p, keyingisi. Bir odamning uyida 4 burchak bor. Har burchakda mushuk o'tirgan. Har mushukning oldida 3 ta mushuk bor. Uydagi mushuklar soni nechta? Kim birinchi aytib turdi? Qaysi biri? Voy, qaysi birini demdek qilyapsiz? Men qaysi birini ko'rmayapman. Boring ko'rsatingchi, qani Shokirjon, qaysi biri? Qani bo'ldi, voy, tezroq harakat qiling, baraka topgur. Bo'ldi. Xo'p. Nechta bo'ldinglar? Tak, 4, 6, yana 4 ta qoldi. Yura olmaydi, ammo sizni dunyoning istalgan joyiga olib boradi. Bu nima? To'g'ri, xarita. Keling siz. Xo'p. Meni eng yaxshi ko'rgan savolim, eshiting. Siz har safar sindirsangiz, chiroyliroq bo'ladi u. Ko'ngilni sindirsa chiroyli bo'ladimi? Nimani sindirsak chiroyli bo'ladi? Yo'q. Voy, shishani sindirsak chiroyli bo'ladimi? Qo'ying lekin. Bo'la qoling. Mantiqan savol bu. Nimani sindirgan saringiz chiroyli bo'ladi? Yo'q, yana. Yo'q, baraka toping lekin. Ha, bo'la qolinglar, bo'la qolinglar. Bormi javob zalda? Yo'q, tarbiyani sindirsa chiroyli bo'ladimi? Toshni sindira olmaysiz. Yo'q. Yo'q, yo'q, yo'q. Shahar berdinglarmi? Xo'p, shahar beraman, lekin bittasini tanlab olishim kerak. Kimni tanlab olamiz? Qaysi qizni? Voy. Qaysi qizni? Bo'la qo'yla tezroq, bolalar. Voy, bolalar ko'rsat, qizlarni ko'rsatyapti. Xo'p. Xo'p, sizgami? Turing, bo'pti, ismingiz? Azizaxonni qabul qilsa ham maylimi ishtirokchiga rozimisizlar? Yo'q deb joyingizga turib oling. Xo'p. Xo'p, savol beramiz o'zi Azizaxon, faqat tezroq javob bering. Qaysi savolga hech qachon ha deb javob berib bo'lmaydi? Javob bera olmadingiz. Siz ishtirok etyapsizmi yo'q? G'olib chiqqanmisiz? Nimaga gapiryapsiz siz? Chiqing. Kim aytdi? Ha, bo'ldi, turib olasizmi-da? Chiqing. Xo'p. Bir odam 10-qavatdan tushib ketdi, lekin unga hech narsa bo'lmadi. Nega? Liftda tushgan. Kel. Mana liftda. Yo'q, zinadan sekin u liftdan tushib ketdi deyapman men sizga. Liftdan tushib ketdi. Xo'p, endi ana shu savolim javobsiz qolib ketdi-da. Nimani sindirganing sari chiroyli bo'ladi? Bering. Ko'z? Bo'z? Muz? Muzni sindirsa nima chiroyli bo'ladi? Hamma yoqqa suv bo'lib ketadi-yu. Bo'pti, xo'p, sizga hammangizga aytaman, rekordni qancha sindirganing sari chiroyli bo'ladi. Xo'p, sahnada qolganlar mana shu oldidaglar tursin, qolganlar marhamat o'tirib oling. Xo'p, unga cho'r. Stolda sahnaga qo'yib turinglar, 3-o'ringa iltimos qilaman. Mana buni. Xo'p. Endi hurmatli yigitlar, ikkinchi o'yinimizni boshladik. Bizda 1, 2, 3, 4. Xo'p. 9 ta bo'ldi, labi. O'rtaroqqa qo'yib turing. Xo'p, endi hozir pastga tushib olamiz. Pastga tushib oling. Pastga tushib olasiz. Ekranga qarang. 9 tez ekranga qarang. 9 tez ekranga qarang. Bir tekisda turib olamiz. Bir tekisda turib olaylik. Tayyormi ikkinchi o'yinimiz? Qarang, ekranda hozir paydo bo'ladi emojilar, ya'ni smayliklar. Biz eng sevimli smayliklarimiz. Xo'p, endi savol. Savol shundan iborat. Juda ham oson. Bular har biri o'zi asli ma'nosini ingliz tilida har bitta emojini inglizcha ma'nosini qo'shganingizda bitta so'z chiqadi. Xo'p, sizga yana bitta yordam sifatida bu yerda shahar, meva, holat hamma yashiringan bo'ladi. Har bir mango yaxshi, zo'r. Keyingisi Rainbow. Qiz bola ovoz chiqdi birinchi. Keyingisi Moonlight. Xo'p. Keyingisi kim aytdi mana watermelon? Keling, chiqing. Xo'p, ko'ramiz. O'yin o'zi chiqaz beradi. Xo'p, keyingisi toothbrush, o'sha. Xo'p, keyingisi
Siz aytdingizmi? Chiqing. Keyingisi. Butterfly, xo'p. Xo'p. Bo'la qoling. Oxirgi so'zi R harfi bilan tugashi kerak. So'zning oxirgi harfi. Bu juda ham katta, juda ham chiroyli joy. Ko'pchilik borishga harakat qiladi. Ha? Joyning nomi. Siz jim turing. Bo'la qoling. Ha? Bo'ling, bolalar. Xo'p, siz qarangchi, nima ekan, topingchi? Qatar. Yaxshi. Xo'p, keyingisi. Ana nima zalda yordam bilan bo'pti, bolajonim sen chiq. Chiq bolajonim. Xo'p, endi siz mana 8 nafaringiz qoldingiz, lekin biz 8 nafaridan 3 nafarni qoldirishimiz kerak bo'ladi. 3 nafaringiz esa hozir bitta topshiriq beraman. O'ylanmasdan ongingizga kelgan narsani aytib ketishingiz kerak bo'ladi va eng zo'r aytgani qoladi. Bizga 3 nafari kerak bo'ladi. Hammangizga har xil savol beraman. Tezkor o'ylanmasdan javob berasiz. Forumda eslab qolgan gapingiz.
Sholg'om.
Forumda sholg'om degan gap bo'ldimi? Bo'ldi, javob keldi. Tushib oling. Bugun kimga tabassum qildingiz? Ismi? Kimga tabassum qildingiz? Ismi?
O'rtog'imga, Madina.
Xo'p, qoldingiz. Xo'p. Qaysi spikerni eslab qoldingiz? Birinchi kim chiqdi?
Ko'rserani tanishtirgan.
O'tiring. Xo'p. 4 kere 8. 7 kere 5.
35.
Meni ismim.
Bilgan.
Meni ismim bilmayman emas lekin. Xo'p. Qaysi kompaniyalar chiqdi?
Uzum, Yandex.
O'tirib olamiz. Qaysi kompaniyalar chiqdi deyapman. Xo'p, endi siz keling. Ismingiz?
Anvar.
Nechta harf bor ismda? Xo'p. Demak, endi sizlarga ko'p ham xursand bo'lavermanglar. Qani narsalarimiz? Bo'la qolinglar. Yo'q, taqdirlamaymiz. Endi hozir bo'ladi qaysi biri 1, qaysi biri 2, qaysi biri 3 ni aniqlab olamiz. Bu juda ham mashaqqatli bo'ladi lekin. Sizlarga men oddiy bo'la qolinglar. O'zingiz qirqqan narsalar. Xo'p, endi buni nima uchun qirqqaningiz bilmagansiz-da. Tezlashamiz. Oching. Xo'p, qara to'xtab turing. Hay, baraka topinglar. Orqaga jilamiz. Xo'p. Demak,
menga yashil bering. Men yashlash.
Yo'q, to'xtang. Yo'q. Xo'p, bo'ldi. Eshitamiz. Demak, qo'lsiz trubочкani og'zimizga olamiz. Uni u meni momoyim emas asalim. Xo'p, demak, mana bu tomonga turib oling, orqa bilan turmanglar sahnaga. Qo'l yordamisiz 2 daqiqa ichida kim ko'p mana shu ajratilgan rangni soladi. Siz solgan ranglar sonidan kelib chiqib o'yiningiz aniq, ya'ni qaysi o'rinligingiz aniqlanadi. Tushuntira oldimmi? Siz takda g'olibsiz. Faqat nechinchi 1, 2, 3 mi bilib olamiz? Yo'q, faqat o'sha rangni olasiz. 2 daqiqa vaqt ketadi. Tayyormisiz? To'xtab turing. Qo'l yordam, qo'lsiz. Qo'lsiz. Qo'lni tekkanga aytasiz, chiqarib yuboramiz. Umuman bo'lmaydi sovg'a. Qo'lsiz, qo'lni orqaga qilib olib keling. Xo'p bo'ladi. Qo'lni orqaga. Voy, baraka topkurlar, keling. Xo'p, tayyormisiz? Qo'limiz umuman ishlatilmaydi. Orqaga qo'llar, og'zimizni olamiz trubochkani. Tayyormisiz? Siz faqat sariqni olasiz, siz faqat yashilni, siz faqat qizilni. 2 daqiqa ichida vaqt. Tayyormisiz? Vaqt qo'yiladimi? Vaqtimiz bormi, bolalar? To'xtab turing. Vaqtni qo'yib yuboring 2 daqiqani. Bormi vaqt? Xo'p, unaqada, mayli. Xo'p, 13:05 bo'lsin. Shu bilan keyin boshlaymiz. To'xtab turing. Voy, men nima qilyapman? Baraka topkur. Yo, bo'ldi. Nafas oling siz, o'pkangizga nafas ko'proq oling siz. Xo'p, voy, biram vaqtdan biram maza qilib cho'zyapti. Hozir. Ketdimi? Men o'z aytasiz 2 daqiqa bo'lganda. 1, 2, 3. Fonga muzika bormi? Hech bo'lmasa. O'zingizcha o'ylangchi, kim birinchi, kim ikkinchi, kim uchinchi bo'lar ekan. Aslida vaqtga qarab aytib borasiz. Menga 3ta juda ham shustri odam kerak. Pul sanashni yaxshi ko'radiganlar bormi? Bo'la qo'y 3 kishi. Voy, ajoyib so'ztok chalasiz ekan-ey. Qoyil lekin. Bo'ling, pul sanashni yaxshi ko'rasizmi? O, конечно, bo'ling. Yana bitta odam. Sizmi? Yaxshi. Aslidan bo'ldimi? Qancha qoldi? Tak, yarim daqiqa, где-то 25 aytib borasiz o'zi. Sizlar chiqinglar. Sizlar sanab berasiz, kim nechta bo'lgani. Hamma bittadan odam olib oling. Bittadan turib olasiz. Siz bu qizga. Qancha qolyapti vaqt? 5 sekund. 4 3 2 1 stop. Bo'ldi, to'xtating. Xo'p. Voy, maza, ana shunaqa. Suv beringlar. Sariq 50 bitta, qizilchi 50 bitta, 40 bitta, 33 ta. Xo'p. Demak, ismingiz?
Hasanboy. Ismim Hasanboy, familiyam Komiljonov. Yudeya universitetining 2-kurs talabasiman.
Hammaga assalomu alaykum. Mahkama Madina Ulug'bek qizi, Tatu akademik litsey 2-bosqich o'quvchisiman.
Assalomu alaykum. Meni ismim Fatima Yunusova, IT Park universitetining 1-kurs o'quvchisiman.
Endi esa men rosa qiynashni yaxshi ko'raman-da, o'tirib olamiz joyimizga. Yo'q, sovg'alaringiz bor. Sovg'alaringiz bor, faqat sovg'alarimizni 3 ta mana shu bizda master klassimiz bor. Juda ham qiziqarli bo'ladi. Ana shundan so'ng albatta sovg'alarimizni ko'rasiz. Va ishonchim komilki, sovg'alar olgan g'olib va g'olibalarimiz maza qilib baqirib chiqib ketishadi, chunki juda ham zo'r sovg'alar tayyorlaganmiz. Endi esa Bunyojon, qayerda qoldingiz? Stol нужно убрать? О.
Stoldan tashlash kerak ekan. Stoldan tashlash.
Qadrli mehmonlar, endi esa master klasslarga navbatimiz beramiz. Juda ham mashhur bo'lgan o'quv markazlaridan mutaxassislar yig'ilgan. Sahnaga Oybek Artiqovni taklif etamiz. Writing an effective prompt with AI mavzusida, ya'ni sun'iy intellektga effektiv prompt yozish bo'yicha mavzusida bizga master klass taqdimotini taqdim etadi. Marhamat.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Oybek. Today I'll be speaking about mastering AI prompting with you guys. But before beginning our presentation, let me introduce myself briefly. So I have graduated Westminster International University in 2022, and after that I have worked with multiple international companies. Last option was TechSpot and Mutual in United States. And after that, I come to Uzbekistan and start working on local projects. I have completed over 10 local big projects, and currently I'm working as a full stack mentor at Al-Khwarizmi Successors project. So what is prompt? Before our presentation and main details of our presentation, let's understand the prompts. Prompts are essentially the language of AI. So it's how we communicate with artificial intelligence like AI bots, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Cloudy. And why actually it matters? It matters because with learning how to communicate with AI technologies, we can actually get a desired output from the AI communications. So, and crafting prompts matters because we can enhance AI output quality. Also, it boosts our efficiency and accuracy, and it's becoming a core professional skill in nowadays. Next, exploring diverse prompt types. So there are actually many types of prompts. Most commonly used one of them are simple and detailed prompts, and next ones are instruction-based prompts and contextual prompts. So simple versus detailed prompts, what are they? Simple prompts look like something like summarize this article or explain JavaScript. That's a very vague, simple prompt. And instruction-based prompts. Instruction-based prompts are something like step-by-step guides or explain this or do something like write a short story, translate this paragraph, and so on. And contextual prompts, when we give some context to our prompt, like background information or target audience or other data. Powerful prompts consist of 4 main parts. First, it should have clear instructions, and it should have context or background, and moreover, it should have desired format. We could ask also for constraints and parameters such as include or exclude some specific words or we could define writing style like formal, casual, or business style. And when writing prompts, more people will fall in these prompting pitfalls, like being too easy, being too simple, writing simple prompts like what is JavaScript, what is Python, explain Python, and so on. And missing crucial context. This one is also one of the main prompting pitfalls among the AI users, and also overloading details. While detail is good, excessive detail is not good for prompting, and not testing variations. We should always try to test several kinds of prompting variations, like we should always try to improve our prompts. And also we should test several different chatbots like DeepSeek, GPT, OpenAI's GPT, or Gemini, and so on. Here you can see two different types of prompts. One is effective prompt and one is ineffective prompt. Ineffective prompt reads like write a marketing email. It's very simple, and it is like you will get general answer by this. And effective prompt looks like write a persuasive marketing email to small business owners promoting our new cloud accounting software. Focus on ease of use and cost savings. The tone should be professional yet enthusiastic and include a call to action to sign up for a free 30-day trial. You can see that this prompt is very effective, and we can get desired output from GPT using this kind of prompts. It has context, it has clear instructions, and all the mentioned effective styles. Also, we have more advanced prompting techniques like role prompting, act as a programming mentor, act as a business coach, and so on. And we also have a step-by-step prompting technique, which means like explain installing Node.js step by step, where ChatGPT or AI agent will try to explain us in step-by-steps and breaks down the complex task into several steps. Also, iterative prompting. Iterative prompting is when you iterate prompt every time, enhancing it by some step, so that until we get the desired output. And tools and best practice for mastery, we could always use AI for prompting. Like we could ask AI to improve our prompt or see how our prompts will work. Also, we can create template for our tasks, daily routine tasks, and always experimenting and refining is the key to learning in every sphere. It's like the best way is to learn by doing something, right? So that's it for my presentation. I have also created a short video about demonstrating the prompts. Видеоны қойып бере аласыздар? Видео. Oh, it's not very clear. So basically, here I wrote two different prompts. One was very vague, like you can see now. One was very vague, like general prompt, explain JavaScript. And second prompt was something like this, you will see now. So second prompt was actually a better prompt with context, with instructions to follow, and desired output. As you can see, it's more longer than first one. First one you couldn't see, but this I assure you, this is more longer than first one. And also, it has context, and it has 2-3 real-world examples, which falls under desired output. And it also asks GPT for explaining the complex task to easy real-world scenario to make it better to understand for non-technical users. And it also asks for ChatGPT for providing a little code example to get better explaining of the topic. In this prompt, ChatGPT acts very perfectly and describes and outlines the desired output very good. It also provides real-world examples and like 3 real-world examples so that beginners can understand the topic. And also, it has some basic JavaScript syntax if you are familiar with programming. And I think that's it. So to conclude, I would say that you should try to improve your prompting skills, since it's modern skills that is required in every aspect of your daily lives. And every major companies are now looking for prompt engineers and someone who has good understanding of prompts. And thank you for your attention. That's all.
Taqdimot uchun rahmat Oybek aka. Keyingi master klass 2 dona master klassimiz qoldi. Hurmatli mehmonlar, Xurshidbek Qurbonovni sahnaga taklif etamiz. Yaratish, ya'ni sun'iy intellekt agentlarini yaratish mavzusida taqdimot qilib beradilar. Marhamat.
Xo'p, demak, assalomu alaykum, qadrli mehmonlar. Prezentatsiyani qo'yib bersangiz, mana. Prezentatsiyani qo'yib bersangiz, mana. Da, bugun demak, ikkinchi master klassni menga taqdim etishdi. Bugun AI agentlar haqida gaplashamiz. Umuman AI agent tushunchasi endi bitta ikkita video bo'lib Koreyada, Rossiya bozorida chiqayotganda, o'tgan yil dekabrdan 10 oy bo'ldi. AI agentlar, ya'ni USda, AQSh va Yevropa mamlakatlarida AI agentlar qilish bo'yicha top rated kompaniyalarning bittasi hisoblanamiz. Va 10 oyda qilingan ishimizni 10 daqiqada harakat qilaman tushuntirib berishga. Xo'p, o'zim haqimda qisqacha Xurshidbek Qurbonov, hozir o'z VIP va Payback fintech kompaniyalarida CTO lavozimida ishlab kelyapman. O'zbekistonda bakalavr, Koreyada magistraturani tugatib, hozirda CTO lavozimida ishlab kelyapmiz. Xo'p, asosiy bizni 3 ta yo'nalish bo'yicha ishlaymiz. Bittasi fintech, ikkinchisi idtech va uchinchisi agentlar. Shu 3 ta kompaniyani faoliyatini yuritib kelyapmiz. Biz ko'proq bugun AI agentlar haqida gaplashib o'tamiz. Umuman yaqinda bitta ajoyib maqola ko'rdim. Maqola nomi The Coming Revolution degan maqola. E'tibor bersangiz, bu maqolada asosiy yoritilgan tushuncha, demak, AQShdagi insonlarni texnologiyaga adaptatsiya qilish jarayoni keltirilgan. Masalan, internetga adaptatsiya qilish uchun 80% aholi 24 yil ketgan, smartfonlarga 17 yil va AI ga adaptatsiya qilishga atiga 5 yil ketdi va u hozirgi davrda, ya'ni AI bu kelajak emas, aynan 2025-yili hozirgi davr hisoblanar ekan. AI da evolyutsiyasiga qaraydigan bo'lsak, hozirgi generative AI haqida ko'p eshitdik. Hozir aynan 2025 agentic AI haqida gap ketyapti. Undan keyingisi physical AI ga o'tadi. Hozir ko'proq Koreya universitetlari PhD va postdoc yo'nalishlari bo'yicha physical AI yo'nalishida talabalarni ko'proq qabul qilyapti. Sababi bu keyingi o'sha paperlar yozadigan yo'nalish hisoblanar ekan. Umuman bu yerda ozgina tushuntirib o'taman. CTO sifatida biz front-endchi, back-endchilarni hiring qilganimizda 3 ta etapli intervyu etapimiz bor. Bu yerda savol tug'ilganda, agentic injenerlarni saralab olish uchun front-endchilarga ishlatilgan intervyu ishlatish kerakmi yo back-endchilargami? Bizning nazarimizda bu hech qaysi ishlamadi. Umumiy hozir Silicon Valleyda General Software Engineering degan tushuncha paydo bo'lgan. Aynan shunga asoslangan holatda AI injenerlarni hiring qilish uchun alohida intervyu etap tashkil qilganmiz va undan saralangan bolalar bizda maxsus treyning o'tadi 2 oylik, 2 haftalik. Shundan so'ng Yevropa va AQShdan keladigan har qanday zakazlarni qila olishyapti. Endi asosan Westdan, Inhadan va Moskvada o'qiydigan bolalar bizning komandamizga hozir joylashgan. Xo'p, hozirgacha AQSh va Yevropa mamlakatlariga qilib bergan AI agentlarimizni turlarini mantiqiy ravishda bo'lganimda 3 xil turga bo'lindi. Bu kitobdagi ma'lumot emas, shunchaki bizning tajribamizdan kelib chiqqan mantiqiy bo'lingan elementlar hisoblanadi. Birinchisi autonomous agent deyiladi, ikkinchisi bu custom agent va uchinchisi no coding agent. Shu uchtasi haqida qisqacha ma'lumot berib o'taman. Qisqasi birinchisi autonomous agent degan tushuncha bor. Bu nima qiladi? Bu hech qanaqa kod yozmaysiz, asosan konfiguratsiyadan iborat. Ya'ni Telegram, Twitter, Discord va hokazo boshqa kanallarga avtomatik ravishda karakterni o'zi post qo'yadi va odamlar komment yozsa, u komment avtomatik javob beradi, knowledge base ga asoslanib. Va bu turdagi agentlarni ishlatish uchun, demak, IT da produktni tushuna olishimiz kerak, ya'ni lokal host va Linux serverda run qila olishimiz kerak va ozgina DevOpsdan xabarimiz bo'lishi kerak. Ikkinchi turdagi agentlar bu custom agent deyiladi. Bu yerda o'zi kod yozishimiz kerak. Ya'ni bizda frameworklar bor, agentic, LangGraph, GrooveAI va hokazo. Bizda aynan AQSh va Yevropa mamlakatlaridan kelib tushgan zakaslar asosan LangGraph, LangChain va Python ishlatgan holatda demak zakaslarni yopib kelyapmiz va bu turdagi agent qila olishingiz uchun sizda backend mindset bo'lish kerak, ya'ni backend ko'tara olishingiz kerak Pythonda va agent qanaqa ishlashini ichki tomondan tushunishimiz kerak. Uchinchi agentlar bu bizda no coding agent deb ataladi. Juda ham mashhur toollar bor, N10, make.com, Zapper va hozirgacha bizda 60% zakaslarimiz no coding agentlardan kelgan. Va ularda shunaqa xulosa chiqdi menda. No coding AI agent bilan shug'ullanish uchun albatta coding background kerak ekan. Nimaga? Chunki bizga chiqib kelgan asosiy klientlarimiz US dan, Yevropadan o'zlari mustaqil qilib ko'rishgan, lekin qaysidir joygacha qolib ketishgan. U yog'iga o'zi kerak bo'ladi coding background, ya'ni unda programmistlarning tajribasi kerak bo'lar ekan. Va yoki make.com, Zapperda qilgan klientlar ham demak N10 ga o'tkazamiz degan taklifni berishgan. Shu uchun demak uchinchi yo'nalish bu yerda no coding AI agentlarda baholashimiz mumkin ekan. Hozirgacha olgan 50 dan ortiq klientlar bilan zakaslarni olganimizda, o'sha business departmentlar yo'nalishi bo'yicha baholaganimizda, bu yerda marketing, operation, customer service va finans sohalarida agentlar yaratib berdik. Masalan, marketingda SEO bo'yicha, operationda Germaniyadagi zavodda odosini avtomatlashtirib berdik. Customer service bo'yicha voice agentlar yaratildi. Finans bo'yicha O'rta Osiyoda ADNS ishlatilsa, u yerda QuickBox ishlatilar ekan. Mana shu tipdagi demak agentlarni yaratib berildi. Xo'p, bu jarayon hozir ketyapti. Masalan, bizning komandamizda front-end developer yo'q. Hamma front-endni AI qiladi bizda. Ya'ni full stack developerlar hammasi hozir bizda demak front-end qismini AI da qilyapmiz. Kelajakda komanda, ya'ni produkt komandasi mana shu shaklda bo'ladi degan bu tushuncha o'zi uzoq emas, yaqin kelajakda paydo bo'ladigan tushuncha. Ya'ni junior va middlelarning o'rnini front-end yoki agentlar egallaydi degan gipoteza yaqin orada o'zi paydo bo'ladi. Demak, xulosa nima? Bu IT ni o'qitayotgan o'quv markazlari uchun ham yaxshi challenge, ya'ni junior yoki middlelarni qanaqa o'qitish kerak degan savol ham ochiq turadi. Demak, ko'p kompaniyalar hozir odatda juniorlarni o'rnini AI o'rnini bosa oladi degan g'oya bilan yondashyapti. Lekin bizning kompaniyaning CEOsi demak Elyor bilan maslahat qilganimizda u Farxon Towerni intervyusini ko'rgan ekan. Ya'ni ishxonaga menga mana shunaqa ishchi kerak degan g'oya bilan yondashganda bitta savol berar ekan. Menga shu ishchini AI qilib bera olmasligini isbotlab ber, keyin olaman ishchini degan g'oya bilan yondashgan ekan. Men bo'lsa boshqa intervyusini ko'rdim. Demak, Shopify'da Head of Engineering Farxon Tower yiliga 1000 dan oshiq internshiplarni qabul qiladi. Ya'ni bu tomondan internship qabul qilyapti, lekin junior kerak emas degan qanaqadir g'oya shakllandi. Lekin buni asosiy g'oyasi yangi chiqayotgan har qanaqa AI toollarda AI Labs orqali demak o'zini kompaniyasiga qo'llash g'oyasini shakllantirgan. Xo'p, qisqacha bizni 50 dan ortiq qilgan loyihalarimiz ichida juda ham simple va juda ham kompleks AI agentlar yaratib berdik. Ularning ichidan men tashkilotchilardan so'raganimda auditoriyaga shu average leveldagi, o'rtacha leveldagi agentni ko'rsatib bersangiz yaxshi bo'ladi degan taklif bo'ldi. Shunga bitta video tayyorlab kelganmiz. Ya'ni voice agent bu US kompaniyaga qilib berganmiz. Asosiy texnologiyasi no coding N10, WAPI va Superbase'dan foydalangan. Marhamat, videoni qo'yib bersangiz, rahmat.
Welcome to Naples, South Miami. I am Jordan. How can I assist you today?
Hello, Jordan.
Hey, Sam. Welcome back. Let's pick up where we left off. Last time, we stopped at the question about pets. Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have. I have just one cat.
Got it, one cat. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being very clean and 5 needing deep cleaning, how would you rate your home?
It's about 4.
Thanks for that. How many stories does your house have? Single level, 2 stories, or 3 stories?
Single level.
Perfect. What type of flooring do you primarily have? Hardwood, ceramic tile, or carpet? Great. Lastly, do you want the estimate for weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or just one time? Weekly saves you the most long term.
Let's weekly.
Let me calculate your estimate. Your weekly cleaning estimate is $1,764.71. If you have any questions or need to make adjustments, just let me know. Thanks for choosing Made Pro South, Miami.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you for choosing Made Pro. I'm glad I could help you today. Have a great day.
You too.
E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat. Mana shu bizni master klassda ko'rsatmoqchi bo'lgan agentlarimiz edi. Rahmat kattakon. Salomat bo'ling.
Xushtaki katta rahmat ajoyib taqdimot uchun. Keyingi master klassga sahnaga
2 kishi ekan, men soddaroq qilib tushuntirishga harakat qilaman unda. Xo'p. Augmented reality texnologiyasi hozir shu vaqtgacha urush uchun ishlatiladigan reaktiv samolyotlarda ishlatilgan bo'lsa, HUD texnologiyasi orqali ko'rgan bo'lsanglar filmlarda kaskni kiyishadi va Iron Man'ga o'xshab interfays ochiladi. Va bitta bunaqa HUDni yasash shu vaqtgacha masalan F-35 uchun $1 million ortiq xarajat bilan qilina olgan narsa edi va hozir sekin-sekin texnologiya rivojlangan sari buni biz ham xarajatini kamaytiryapmiz va ham kompaktlashtiryapmiz. Ya'ni ko'zoynakka sig'dirishga harakat qilyapmiz. Va AR smart ko'zoynaklari tarixi Google Glass bilan boshlandi 2013-yilda va boshlanishi bilan so'ndi. Agar ko'rgan bo'lsanglar, xo'sh, bu emas, Google AR Glass'i, ya'ni Google Augmented Reality ko'zoynagi hozirgi texnologiyaga o'xshab diffractive waveguide emas, ko'zinglarning oldiga kompyuter ekranini optik sinish orqali ko'rsatadigan texnologiya edi. Faqat hozir unaqa emas. 2019-2022-yillar orasida esa smart ko'zoynaklari faqatgina kameraga yo'naltirildi. Va buni sizlar Meta Ray-Ban orqali ko'rgansizlar. Meta Ray-Ban videoga oladi, rasmga oladi, sizlarni telefoninglar bilan asinxron ishlaydi. Va hozirgi vaqtda 2023-2025-yilda biza smart ko'zoynaklar olamida Even Realities degan bitta kompaniya bilan ko'zoynaklarni kundalik kiyib yurish uchun mosladik. Shu qo'limda ko'rib turganinglar, shu chapda ko'rib turgan ko'zoynaklar bilan og'irligi bir xil va men bu ko'zoynak haqida ham aytaman. Hozirgi bozor segmentlari augmented reality ko'zoynaklari uchun monoxrom ekran bilan ko'zinglarni oldiga xuddi Iron Man'ga o'xshab, masalan notificationlarni chiqarish uchun, kelgan xabarlarni ko'rish uchun yoki telefonga qaragisi kelmaganlar locationga qaysidir boshqa joyga karta orqali, navigatsiya orqali borasizlar, bu endi ko'zinglarning oldida. Va undan tashqari consumer friendly bo'lishi kerak, ya'ni sotishga oson bo'lishi kerak va insonlar uni olib ishlatish kerak. Meta Ray-Ban display shunga misol bo'la oladi. Bu yoqda ko'rib turganinglar Meta Ray-Ban displayni ochilgan holati va Metani shu vaqtgacha Orion degan ko'zoynagi bor edi, smart ko'zoynagi va u bilan sizlar deyarli hamma narsa qila olardinglar. Xuddi AR ko'zoynak emas, VR ko'zoynak edi va juda super texnologiya. Bunaqa texnologiya bilan ishlay oladigan Metadan boshqa kompaniya bo'lmasa kerak, katta ehtimol bilan yo'q. Va hozirgi kunga kelib, oxirgi 2 yilda biza optik innovatsiya amalga oshirdik. Diffractive waveguide'lar bilan optik qirilish, ya'ni optik sinish amalga oshirilgan ko'zoynaklar bilan ko'zoynakni bir burchagiga projection, ya'ni proyektor urib turibdi-yu menga. Display proyektorni ko'zoynakni shishasiga uradi va sizlarni ko'zinglarning oldiga ekran sizlar xohlagan narsani ko'rsatib beradi. Va Even Realities G1 undan oldin kelinglar WizX bilan gaplashaylik. Dunyoda ba'zi kompaniyalar bor, bu texnologiyani topdagilari va bunaqa texnika ishlab chiqarish uchun diffractive wave ayta olish uchun dunyoda atiga 3 ta kompaniya bor, ishonasizlarmi? Va men 2 yildan beri smart ko'zoynaklarning ustida ishlayapman va men hozir ko'zimda ko'rganinglar prototipimiz va ishlashga tayyor. Va xudo xohlasa keyingi yil biz ham Expoda ko'zoynakni olib chiqamiz. Xo'sh. WizXning yo'li. WizX Amerikada joylashgan bo'lib, Amerika kompaniyasi va AR ko'zoynaklari ishlab chiqarishdagi topdagi kompaniya. Faqat WizX uni klientlarga emas, oddiy insonlarga emas, balki bizneslarga taklif qilyapti. Masalan, o'ylab ko'ringlar, ko'zoynakni taqasizlar, uzoq joydasizlar, temirni payvandlashni bilmaysizlar va yana bitta xuddi shunaqa ko'zoynak kiygan inson temirni payvandlashni real time da o'rgatadi sizlarga. Ko'zinglarning oldiga chiqadi va aynan qayoqlarini payvandlashinglar kerakligini bilib turasizlar. Va biza Instagramda yoki bilmayman hype bo'lgan ko'zoynaklar bor, Meta'ning Orion ko'zoynagi. Bular bunga o'xshagan ko'zoynakni bundan yillar oldin chiqarishgan. Qo'limdagi masalan shu. Faqat nima uchun buni bozori yo'q? Sababi ko'zoynak kiyilganda ma'lum bir vaqtdan keyin insonning esidan chiqish kerak. Burunni og'ritmaslik kerak. O'shaning uchun maksimum og'irlik 50 gram, 40-50 gram orasida deyiladi. Va qo'limdagi ko'zoynak yoki ekranda ko'rgan ko'zoynaklar 100 gram. Va o'shaning uchun ham faqatgina ish vaqtidagina ishlatish mumkin bo'lgan ko'zoynak. Nima uchun og'ir? Birinchi navbatda buning ichida sistema bor. Meni ko'zimdagida sistema yo'q. Meni ko'zimdagi telefonimga Bluetooth orqali bog'lanib, telefon orqali xabarlashadi. Bluetooth protokoli orqali biz displeyga nimadir chiqaramiz. Buning ichida butun boshli tizim bor. Ya'ni taqqaninglardan keyin telefonga ulashinglar shart emas, nimadir ko'rish uchun. Kamerasi bor va batareykasi kun bo'yi yetadi. Meta'ning shunchaki kamerasi atiga 4 soat yoki 4,5 soat yetadi va boyagi Meta'ning Orioni, mashhur Meta'ning Orioni, men bularni ishlab chiqaruvchilarga va dizaynerlarga juda havas qildim, chunki bunaqa texnologiyani chiqaradigan faqatgina bitta kompaniya bor, u ham Meta va Metaga yetkazib beruvchi bizning ham hamkorimiz hisoblanadi. Dunyoda 3 tagina kompaniya bor dedim va buni bittasi bilan hamkorlik qilish bizga nasib qildi. Xo'p, Meta Ray-Banda nima bor? Display bor, ko'zinglarning oldiga nimadir chiqaradi va undan tashqari qo'lingizga taqilgan neural band bor. Sizlarning harakatingizdan aniqlab AI orqali displeyni boshqarishingizga yordam beradi. Doim qo'lda taqib yurishinglar kerak. AI yordamchisi bor, istagan narsalarni o'zgartirsanglar bo'ladi, qo'shimcha inputlar va hokazolarni ishlatsanglar bo'ladi, telefonga bog'lamasdan. Va qurbonlik qilingan 70 gram va batareykasini taxmin qilyapman 2,5 soat. 2,5 soatga yetadi va o'shaning uchun yana taxmin qilyapman, keyingi yana 3 yil davomida bu ko'zoynak ommalashishdan ko'ra ko'proq smart gadjet bo'lib hayotimizga kiradi. Ya'ni kundalik taqib yurmaymiz va hokazo. Bu arada nima uchun smart ko'zoynaklarning ustida ishladim? 2 yildan beri ishlayapman. Men ertalab uyg'onganimda yuzimni ham yuvishdan oldin birinchi esimga keladigan narsa ko'zoynagim. Chunki meni ko'zim minus va men ko'zoynak taqqanimdan keyin hayot yorug'lashadi. O'shaning uchun ham shu ko'zoynaklarning ustida ishlayapman va bu kundalik taqib yurishga mos bo'lish kerak. Ya'ni deylik 40-45 gram orasida bo'lish kerak. Davom etamiz. Even Realities G1 bu bozorni dominanti desak bo'ladi. Men o'zim havas qiladigan kompaniya va bu ko'zoynakni olib kela olmadim. Ko'zoynaklar ko'payib ketdi qo'limda. Ko'ryapsizlarmi? Texnikani ko'ryapsizlarmi? Va men buni mo'jiza deyman. Chunki 39 gram ikkita display, ichida mikrofon va touchpadlar bilan va bunaqa texnikani ishlab chiqarish oson emas. Even Realities G1 ichki kichkina sistemasi bilan keladi. Sizlar o'ylaganinglardek Android emas, shunchaki ba'zi vaqtlarda tepaga qaraganinglarda ekranni ko'z oldingizga chiqarish uchun. Oddiy ko'zoynak ko'rinishida yengil, ixcham, kun bo'yi taqib yursanglar bo'ladi. Taqib yurganinglar esingizdan chiqib ketadigan ko'zoynak va bu ham hozir ya'ni ko'zimdami, boshimdami, yuzimda ko'rgan ko'zoynaginglar ishlatadigan texnologiya diffractive waveguide orqali ishlaydi va manikidan farqi bu premium. Davom etamiz. Bu ko'zoynaklarning narxi $800 atrofida. $700-800 atrofida. Xo'sh, AR texnologiyalari trendlari, diffractive waveguidelar haqida gaplashdik. Ko'p vaqtinglarni olmayman. Diffractive waveguidelar bu orada ko'zimdagi ko'zoynakni demosini ko'ryapsizlar. Hey focus deganimda ko'z oldimga tinglash amaliyotini bajarayotganini ko'rsatadi va men istagan savolimni berishim mumkin bo'ladi. Va tap qilganimda ko'z oldimga dashbord chiqaradi. Nechta xabar keldi yoki kim qo'ng'iroq qildi va hokazo ekranga chiqarib turadi. Xo'p, undan tashqari oddiy ko'zoynak ko'rinishida bo'lish kerak edi. Buni eplay oldik deb o'ylayman. Diffractive waveguide orqali artefaktlarni kamaytirishni ustida ishlayapti butun dunyo va biz ham shuni orqasida biz. 2025-2027 yil keyingi 2 yil davomida nimalar kutilyapti? HUD AI kontekstli hozirgina rasmda ko'rdinglar, bu HUD deyiladi. Ya'ni buni burchagida proyektorimiz bor va diffractive waveguide ni burchagiga projection amalga oshirganda ekranga chiqadi. Men buni mo'jiza deyman. Buni qanaqa qilib tushuntirib bersam bo'ladi bu texnologiyani? Diffractive waveguide deyapman, tushuntirib ketay buringlar. Oynalarni bir-biriga yo'naltirib, yorug'lik yo'naltirish haqida bilasizlar, to'g'rimi? Bitta joydan oynaga yorug'lik berasizlar, u oynaga beradi, bu oynaga beradi, u oynaga beradi va sizlar xohlagan joyga yetkazasizlar. Va bu texnika mo'jizasi xuddi shunaqa holatda ishlaydi, faqat nano holatda. Nano qirilishlar, nano sinishlar orqali ekranga chiqarib beradi va meni $4,500 ga birinchi bu ishni boshlaganimizda $4,500 ga tushirgan texnika. Chunki biz buni ko'zoynaklarni integratsiya qilayotgan vaqtimizda aynan proyeksiya uradigan joyga kley to'kkanmiz va buni bittagina developer kitini olishni o'zi bizga $4,500-5,000 ga tushgan edi. Even reality haqida gaplashdik. Ko'rdinglarmi qanaqa chiroyli turadi? Yuz uchun moslashtirilgan. Xullas aytganimdek form faktorlar 40 gramdan past bo'lishi kerak. Rangli hudlarga ehtiyoj sezyapmiz. Meta Ray Ban display rangli edi. Meniki faqat monochrome green, ya'ni monoxrom yashil boya ko'rganinglardek va even reality ham xuddi shunaqa monoxrom yashil ishlatadi. Bozor segmentlari foydalanuvchiga bos bo'lishi kerak. Agar B2B xizmat bermoqchi bo'lsangiz, industrial sohaga kirishinglar mumkin va kundalik taqib yurish uchun ishlatilyapti hozir. Va meni xursand qiladigan narsa bu yoqda, ekranda ko'rib turganinglar meni ko'zimdagi ko'zoynak va bu shunchaki prototip. Buni ustida 2 yildan oshiq ishladik va xudo xolasa bir kun O'zbekistonning g'ururi bo'ladi deb o'ylayman. Nima uchun? Chunki ismga e'tibor qilasizlar. Ism Focus. Va qachondir butun dunyoda bilmayman global joylarda, ekspolarda qatnashayotganimizda hamma o'zini eshitadi. Right eye hood, ya'ni o'ng ko'zimda display bor faqat. Biz Focus 2 ni ustida ishlayapmiz, ishlar boshlangan. 2 ta display qilamiz va e'tiborni chalg'ish kamayadi. Undan tashqari bizning kameramiz yo'q. Safety first, ya'ni bilasizlar, kamera taqib yurgan kamerali ko'zoynak taqib yurgan inson kimdir bilan suhbat qilayotganda qarshi tomondagi insonni fikri chalg'iydi, videoga olayotgan bo'lishi mumkin va hokazo deb, yoki shaxsiy muammolar bo'lishi mumkin, ya'ni privacy bilan bog'liq. O'sha vaqtlarda kamerasiz ko'zoynaklar talab qilinadi. Xo'p, va men u qismiga o'tib o'tirmayman. Diffractive waveguidelar haqida aytdim. Bizani o'rnimiz va bizani ko'zoynaklar sizlarni ingliz tili o'rgatuvchi sifatida eng katta servis bilan bozorga chiqadi, xudo xolasa. Va agar oxirgi pejga o'ta olmayapmizmi? Oxiri shumi? Yaxshi. Hammalarga rahmat. Kuzatmoqchi bo'lsanglar, oxirgi web sahifada saytni qoldirgandim. foc.uz qo'shganinglarda Focus bo'ladi. Kirib mailinglardan ro'yxatdan o'tsanglar yoki bo'lmasa telefon raqaminglarni ro'yxatdan o'tkazsanglar, qachondir yangilik bo'lsa, biz sizlarni xabardor qilib boramiz va sizlar uchun foydali texnologiya bo'ladi. Hammalarga rahmat.
Rahmat, sog' bo'lasiz Mahmudjon. Endi esa forumimiz eng oxirida 3 ta g'olibni sahnaga faqat tezroq Chunki bizni forumdan keyin yana keyingi forum ham boshlanadi. Shunga bo'la qolinglar, maksimal darajada tezlikka ishlaymiz. Bo'ling tez. Alisherjon, men sizni ham taklif etsam, birga sovg'alab bersak. Birinchi o'ringa Croftdan monitor sovg'a qilamiz.
Qarsanglar.
Maza qilib ishlatasiz degan umiddaman. Ikkinchi o'rinda qizimizga Yandex Analisa maza qilib suhbatlashasiz. Xo'p, ikkinchi o'rin o'tib oling. Va uchinchi o'rin sizga esa IT Capitalda mana shunaqangi ajoyib ryukzak, ichida power bank bor, sizga kerak bo'ladi. Marhamat.
Qarsanglar bilan.
Qarsaklar. Va shu daqiqada rasmga olinglar bo'lardi. Rasm tayyormi? Olib bo'ldinglarmi? Rahmat, sog' bo'linglar, xayrli qilsin, yaxshi kunlaringizga doimo nasib qilsin. Endi esa hurmatli forum ishtirokchilari, mana shu zalda qolgan insonlar har biringizga omad, baxt, quvonch, nimaki niyat qilib yurgan bo'lsangiz, Allohim ziyodasi bilan bersin. Xush kelibsizlar. Rahmat, sog' bo'linglar.
Hammaga rahmat.
Taking pictures of you with flowers on